We should be going live here soon. We should be live. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here, and today I'm providing you guys live coverage of the Arlington Renegades taking on the Houston Roughnecks. This game looking like it very well could be a matchup or a preview. Oh, we are a little bit off on the camera there. Just gotta make a little change. There we go. But yeah, this game very well could be the championship of the South, as these two teams are both in the South. They are both really good teams coming out of week one. Really looking forward to seeing what this game will bring. It should be a good one. I mean, it should really be a good game going forward here. Let me just get a couple of things shifted around so that we have everything optimized, so I can move this a little bit more. Maybe not. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better. So here we are, ready to see the Houston Roughnecks at home against the Arlington Renegades. Once again, the Renegades really having a huge game last week, having an incredible comeback against the Vipers. The Roughnecks just completely dominating the XFL's worst team, winning by multiple scores. Who's trying to call me? I can't right now. I just went live, Mom. Can't right now. Okay, just getting a couple of other things situated here, and then there we go. So the game should be starting here momentarily here. Week one, they're showing their results. Vegas Vipers losing to the Renegades 22-20. And like we said before, Houston Roughnecks absolutely just owning the Guardians 33-12. Really 33-6. They got the other 6 whenever it didn't even matter. But here we are at the University of Houston field, ready to watch the Renegades take on the Roughnecks. Let us know what you guys think of this week. Let us know what you guys think of this game. We also do have the live betting odds that we'll be updating every so often right down here. Currently the spread, Houston is 5.5-point favorites, and the over-under is set at 39.5 for those of you guys who are so inclined on betting. I don't do that myself, but, you know, we're providing the odds because the XFL provides the odds. So we'll have those live odds for you to see and track throughout the game. But right now, this game looking to be really good. Wade Phillips, the head coach of the Roughnecks, big defensive coordinator in the NFL. He used to be a defensive coordinator for the Rams, a head coach, I think, with the Broncos at one point. I can't remember. Did he win the Super Bowl with the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken? I think he might have won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. So, I mean, we're really looking at what could be a really good game out here. The Renegades really able to play from behind. The Roughnecks just full-on dominating, maybe the XFL's best team going into week 2. So what do you guys think of the XFL? What do you guys think of this matchup? I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing this. This is the only matchup of 2 unbeaten teams so far. So we will have one less unbeaten team guaranteed this week. And we'll have to see how this goes here. But man, the Roughnecks ready to take on the Renegades. 2 pick sixes in the second half versus the Vipers for the Renegades last week. 3 interceptions versus the Guardians and 7 sacks for the Roughnecks last week. In fact, I've been keeping track of the stats, so let me actually go ahead and pull this up here. I have started a Google spreadsheet for the XFL statistics, and the current XFL sack leader is on the Roughnecks. Let me go ahead here and go back over. There we go, XFL statistics 2023. Let's take a look at the defensive line, because I'm pretty sure the current sack leader is on the Roughnecks. And that includes all the week 2 stats. If we look at this, so far to this point, all the XFL week 2 stats, the Roughnecks have 2 of the top 5. So, whoop. I need to actually update this. There we go. That's a lot better. And just making sure everything else is correct. Okay, that is not correct. All right. There we go. Just making a couple of updates to the spreadsheet. If you guys do have anything you would like to talk about with the game as well, feel free to hop on over in the chat. I will be watching that and keeping up with that. We do thrive off the interaction here, but it looks like the Renegades will be getting the ball first, so let's go ahead and give the ball over to the Renegades. Here we go. The Roughnecks ready to send this one away here, and let's see what they can do. The kick is up. It is away. And it is going to be received back at about the 10, up to the 15, to the 20. Trying to shift around. He's only going to get to the 25 before being brought down. So let's see what they can do now here. Plitt ready to go for the Renegades. Drew Plitt last week went 19 for 25, 172 yards, 0 touchdowns to 1 interception. And if we pull up a QBR for him, as I do calculate QBR on this, the QBR for him is 77.42 last week. So we'll see how he fares here. Ready to see what they can do. Let me go ahead and get one more thing pulled up here, and then we'll be good. All right. And here we go. Plitt looking to throw. Tosses out to the far corner. Has a man. No! Intercepted, first play of the game back at the 45. And the Roughnecks are taking possession again already, asserting their dominance. Drew Plitt now 0 for 1 for 1 interception this game. That is a really rough stat line to be looking at here. So let's see how it goes here. The Roughnecks ready to take charge and possibly drive this in here. Man, that is just incredible of a start for them here. And if this is just a taste of what's to come, we could be in store for a boring game that is just a domination. But here we go. Let's see if the Roughnecks are able to keep things going here. They have the ball at the 45. Let's see what they're going to opt to do now. Their quarterback ready to take the snap, and they're going to hand off out to the far side, trying to get some run yards, and they're going to get maybe a yard. Just about. So here we go. That was Owens on the rush, but Brandon Silvers last week was 26 for 42 for 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, giving him a QBR after week 1 of 76.69, just behind Drew Plitt. So here we go. Let's see what Silvers is going to opt to do here. He's in shotgun with a wide set of receivers. Don't know where I was going on that last sentence. Looking to throw, tossing out to the near side. That's going to be caught. That's Kirkland. He's down to the 27 for a first down. And just like that, the Houston Roughnecks are cruising down this field, and they are trying to score early. This is absolutely incredible. This game already shaping out to be a fun one to watch. Man. Let's go ahead and take a little drink real quick. Well, let's see what they're going to do now. In shotgun is Silvers. And let's see what he does. He's going to take the snap, and they're going to hand off. That's Borghi up the middle, trying to get something. He gets down to the 23 for a gain of 4. Okay. Here we go. 2nd and 6 now coming up for the Roughnecks. They're going to try to get something going. Let's see if they can get this into the end zone, as they started off the game with a huge interception. So here we go. Silvers in shotgun. And the back in the game seems to be the other guy. It's not Borghi. Looks to be Owens. Going to take the snap of Silvers, looking to throw out to the far side. That's Kirkland, incomplete. Intended for him at the 16-yard line. So actually, Houston opened the game 4.5-point favorites. I don't know why it says 5.5. I don't know why they said 5.5. I don't know what I was doing here. Okay. There we go. So yeah, here comes a 3rd and 6 now. Let's see what they're going to opt to do. 3rd and 6 coming up. Can Silvers convert and keep this going? Well, here we go. He's in shotgun, has a wide set of receivers. Looking to throw. Having time, tosses out to the far side. Incomplete, way behind Burnett. 4th down and 6, and let's see what they're going to opt to do here. So here we go, ready to see. It looks like they might send the field goal unit on. Yes, that appears to be what they're doing. So it looks like we're going to see a field goal attempt here. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, here comes the Roughnecks trying to kick a field goal here to make it a 3-point game. Can they do it? Here we go. We're going to take the snap. Hold looks good, and it is right through the middle. Setting up a 3-0 lead for the Roughnecks. So here we go. I actually want to turn on this light real quick, just so we have a little bit of a better lighting scheme going. If I can find the power button for it. That is a huge if right now. There it is. There it is. That's probably a bit better now. All right, let me just go ahead and bump this just to see what we're seeing. Oh, that is no bueno. There we go. That's a little better. All right. But yeah, I mean, the Roughnecks really doing a good job that drive, getting the ball and going downfield. And I think they put the heat on in here. Let me go ahead and check that. Oh, it is hot in here. Okay, I just had to lower it a little bit. And we are back. So let's see what they've got here. We're going to see if the Roughnecks are going to keep this up on defense. Or will the Renegades be able to get something going? Once again, the Renegades did go down last week big time. So let's see if they can get something going here. And if we do take a look, we do have a poll running over in the chat over there. It looks like we have 5 votes, and we are at a 60-40 split in favor of the Roughnecks tonight. Let me go ahead and just do one more thing real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and update the odds for you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the updated odds now, see what things are looking at. And let's go ahead and give this a refresh. Because after that field goal, things are probably shifting a little bit. But we're going to keep this steady. The XFL says it's 4.5, so we'll update that to 4.5. As somewhere I got a wrong number. There we go. Steven in here saying, hi, how you doing tonight, Steven? How you doing tonight? So far, this game has been coming as advertised. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we have rolling here. I mean, the first play of the game, the Roughnecks pull off an interception. So that is just the pace of this game. And man, it is just rolling like this. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. We should be coming back here shortly. I might also change into like an actual t-shirt just because it is really hot in here for whatever reason tonight. Not sure why, but it is. So here we go. We are back in Houston, ready to see what the Roughnecks can do. Tap that just a little bit. There we go. I'm just, doing a little bit of live editing of the look here. Also, let me know, is the audio sounding good? Is it a little high, a little low? I can always change that live. If it is a little bit off, please let me know. But I do believe it should be pretty solid, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. The Roughnecks ready to kick this one off to the Renegades. Let's see what they can do now. The Roughnecks entering this game 4.5-point favorites with the over-under set at 39.0. And here comes the kick. It's up. It's away. It's going to be caught at the 5, out to the 10, to the 15. Pressure coming. He's going to go to the 20, up to the 25, and there is a flag on the play. All right. So let's see what that flag is all about. Gonna have to figure it out. Illegal block in the back on the receiving team. That is going to be a big penalty for the Renegades. That is going to be, I believe, a 10 or a 15-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken. But favorites are 2-4-1 against the spread, and overs are 4-2-1 on the total. So it looks like we might be in store for the Renegades to win this and hit the over, if things are to be believed the way they've shaken out. So that's the betting breakdown according to Caesars Sportsbook. So we'll see if that reigns true tonight, or will the Roughnecks be able to break the curse of the favoritism. So the ball is at the 9 here. You have Plitt going to take the snap, and they're going to try to run it up the middle, and that's going to be a loss of a yard there for the Renegades. It was going to Smith on that one. Up the middle, and it had nothing. So here we go, ready to see what they can do now. The Renegades going to try to get something rolling. They're going to see. I mean, we don't want to see the Renegades fall big time again. Remember, they fell behind big time last week, and then they managed to make an awesome comeback. So we'll have to see what happens here. But Plitt now going to be in shotgun, running back to his right, or to his left. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Looking to throw his Plitt. Has a man. That's caught on the near side. That's Canella. Up to the 13 for a gain of 5. Setting up a 3rd down and 6. Sorry about that. but Canella was on the grab there for the Renegades. So let's see what they can do. The Renegades really starting, they're going to have their backs against the wall right now. I mean, they need to get the ball moving. They already threw an interception on the first play of the game. They know what they need to do, and they need to get this ball moving. They need to get things going offensively. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for them. So Plitt here, going to take the snap, looking to throw, and trying to find something. Tosses to Smith, has room on the outside. There's a big hold, but they're not going to call it, and he gets 13 yards all the way up to the 26-yard line. I thought you could have easily had a hold there, but there's not a hold. I mean, looking back at that replay, there was a blocker, number 56. He got well underneath the pads, but no call for holding. That is a huge missed call there, and the Renegades are going to benefit. Get a playoff quick so the Roughnecks don't challenge it, as you could get the call if you do challenge it. They're not going to hurry up a play, so it looks like the Roughnecks are not going to opt to challenge here. And here we go. Plitt trying to throw, having some time, but pressure coming. He's going to climb the pocket, and he's instead going to get sacked for a loss of 4 by Harris and Brewer of the defensive line. That is going to be a huge sack there for the Roughnecks, as they are going to shift the momentum big time in their favor with that one. Man, the Renegades, every time they get something going offensively tonight, they have been shut down. So let's see if that changes here, if they can get something going. Looking now at a 2nd and 14 for the Renegades. So we'll have to take a look and see what they opt to do here. But man, that was a great sack there. And we'll see what they can do now. Plitt now, they're going to take a timeout. Plitt going to take a timeout as the play clock was winding down. So we'll have to take away that timeout for the Renegades. Man, the Roughnecks really just giving them a hard time. They have not given much. They gave one big play for 13 yards. Everything else has been either a interception or a short yard or a no yard or a loss of yards. So, I mean, Tommy Bull saying XFL refs can't be much worse than NFL refs. I don't know about that. I mean, they missed a blatant call. 56 was like all up underneath that pad there. And you could tell, like, he's trying to run this way, right? And he gets underneath the pad and pulls him back from trying to make a play. Just like that. So, I mean, I don't know about that. It was a pretty awful call, to say the least. So, I'm surprised they didn't get the call on that. But now going to look to throw, and he's actually going to try to run it. He's also going to get sacked again. Plitt taking 2 sacks on back-to-back plays. Setting up now a 3rd down and 15 for the Renegades. And Ward on the sack there, able to break free of his blocker, number 77 on the offensive line. And man, he just ran free to Plitt. Man. So here we go, ready to see what they can do now on 3rd and 15. Can Drew Plitt come up big here, or will the Roughnecks just give them everything they got? So here we go. Plitt going to take the snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. Huge pressure, and he is sacked again. That was Ellerby on the sack for a loss of 11. Man, they had a huge play and then proceeded to lose, what was that, 26 yards on, or 16 yards on sacks? 4th and 26 now. Man, the Roughnecks really giving them trouble up the middle. And that is the strength. It looks like the Renegades are going to have to punt it, but that is the strength of this Roughnecks team. They will hit you up the middle. If we take a look here, the current sack leader in the XFL, as I have been keeping statistics because they don't do a good job of keeping it themselves, I have a spreadsheet going here. But if we take a look at the defensive line, right, and take a look at the sack leader, as his punt is all the way to the 35, down to the 30, wait a minute, to the 25, down to the 20, 15, 10, down to the 7, or down to the 8, but there is a flag. This could be huge depending on what the flag is, so hold that thought for a second here. Hold that thought. Likely on a huge return there. Let's listen in. Let's listen in and see what this is. Hold on. Waiting to see what it is. A member of the kicking team went down early. setting up a 5-yard penalty, setting up a 1st and goal now from the 4. The Roughnecks are well going to cover the spread at this point. I mean, they have been giving everything they have up the middle. The Renegades just completely shooting themselves in the foot with that penalty. And the Roughnecks just, man, that defense is really killing. It is soul crushing. So here we go. 1st and goal now for the Roughnecks. Let's see what they can do. Man. So here we go. The offense has not had that many plays for the Roughnecks, as they did get a quick touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again here. So Brandon Silver's going to take the snap, looking to throw. Has a man wide open in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Nick, who is that? I believe that's Holly is the receiver. And man, the Roughnecks able to get themselves a touchdown. Man, the Roughnecks just setting up everything. The Renegades just are way out of sync right now. They need to just take their time, get downfield, and be able to get something going. So we'll have to see what they can do now. What are they going to go for? It looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Interesting call as opposed to going for 1 and just making sure you're up by more than a score. So here we go, going for 2. And let's see what they opt to do. We're going to take the snap here. Silver's in shotgun. And he's going to look to throw. Has a room, but he's going to toss over the middle. It's caught. That is Kirkland for the good conversion. Setting up an 11-0 lead this early. And man, if this continues, this is going to be a massive blowout. We're talking maybe a 40-point blowout or a 30-point blowout, just like week 1. Man, I'd say the Roughnecks are looking pretty good to win it all right now. I mean, they are really crushing. Their defense is carrying. That defense able to get easily through. I mean, like the defense, they have. Let's go back to that notion. Last week they had 7 sacks and 3 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. And if we look at the sack leader, right? So out of the top 5, you have 2 top sack leaders. Trent Harris and Tim Ward. Harris had 4 sacks for 28 yards last week. Ward had 2 sacks for 10 yards. They had 7 last week. Those 2 combined for 6. And if we look tonight at some of those sack numbers, let's take a look. Let's just take a look. Harris and Ward. Let's see how many sacks they have so far tonight. So Harris, if we look at the Roughnecks, Harris, right now, Harris has another half sack. Ward has himself another full sack. So, I mean, this is just crazy. The Roughnecks just have a deadly interior and just general defensive line. So, I mean, that is the strength of this team. That defensive line and secondary. The offense is all right. They're able to do what they got to do. But that defense is really carrying and really soul-crushing to any opponent that crosses their path. So, I mean, I just don't know what to think right now if I were cheering for the Renegades here. You don't really have much to go off of. So we'll have to see how it goes here, but man, this game already looking like a massive blowout potential here. Ugh. I'm going to take a little drink real quick. All right. But yeah, I mean, this has just been ridiculous to watch so far. Let's take a look here at the current betting lines just to see if we can update it. Well, Cedar Sportsbook, XFL. Let's see. Let us see here. Alright, so according to Sports Betting Dime, let's take a look at the current odds. We'll give those a little update here. 1 second. Alright, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, do we have any way to go through here? Does it tell me? Will you tell me what I want to see? Because, man, this is just ridiculous. I mean, the odds are, they have to be shooting hugely in favor here. Man. All right, so XFL odds, we'll just go ahead and pull those up, just generic here. And we'll take a look. Let's look at DraftKings, because DraftKings is pretty reliable. So here we go. The kick is up. It is away. The Renegades going to be getting the ball here. Back at the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Bouncing up the middle to the 25. And that is all he has. So let's see here. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Apparently this does not want to work here, does it? Does it? Let's see if doing this whole thing does it. No, apparently not. Alright. No biggie if we don't get it updated. So here we go. The Renegades getting ready to do what they got to do. Plitt under center here. And he is going to hand it off at the middle. And that is going to be a minimal gain, if anything. But there is a flag on the play. Oh, boy. And they're signaling on the offense. Oh, no. Holding on the offense. 1st and 20 coming up now for the Renegades from the 16-yard line. Man, this cannot get much worse right now for the Renegades. They are just struggling. Absolutely struggling. So we'll have to see if they can change this around or if it's just going to remain this way. Hopefully they're able to get it changed because, like, this has just been awful. They're going to try to toss out to the near side. It's going to be caught. That's Canella up to the 24, but that's all he gets. He only gets partial penalty yards back, setting up a 2nd down and 12. So let's see what they can do, but man, this Roughnecks team really just punishing on the defense, and it doesn't help whenever you shoot yourself in the foot. So here we go, ready to see what the Renegades can do here. They're trying to make the right play call here, see if they can get something rolling. So here we go. Plitt now going to have to lead this team here. Sal Canella, tight end from Auburn. And he led the USFL tight ends in receiving yards in 2022. So here we go. Looking to throw now is Plitt. Having some time pressure coming. He throws it. It is incomplete. Intended for Monster. Setting up now a 3rd down and 12. Sorry about that. So a massive 3rd and 12 coming up now for the Renegades. Can they convert it and keep this going, or will they just completely fall it? Oh my God, please tell me we get something going here, something good. Let's see what we have here rolling. 3rd and 12. Can the Renegades convert? Drew Plitt, calm down, man. You still got a lot of football left. You're only down 11. Calm down, man. You got this. Let's see a good game here. Looking to throw his Plitt. Pressure coming up the middle once again. Throwing to the near side. Incomplete. Intended for Vaughns. Oh my, come on. The Renegades cannot get anything going. Which, you know what? I don't mind because I think I picked the Roughnecks to win, didn't I? Yeah, I picked the Roughnecks to win this week. I actually got a pick right for once, too. So, I finally made a right pick this week. Go San Antonio. Woo, Bravos. But a 4th and 12, and the Renegades are going to have to punt. Will Likely, the returner, Marquette King for the Renegades. So here we go. Let's go ahead and flip the arrow real quick. But what do you guys think of this game so far? I mean, it has just been a complete dumpster fire. And the punt is going to go and be down at the 40. The Roughnecks 40, but still the 40 nonetheless. So only having to go now 60 yards downfield. But man, this is just brutal for the Renegades. And the Roughnecks, the issue, the big strength of the Roughnecks, this is why they are so dominant, is that front 7 on defense. That front 7 can punish you up the middle. They can punish you on the edges. They can get to the quarterback, generate sacks. They generated 7 sacks last week. And those pressures can also sometimes lead to interceptions. They got 3 picks last week. They got an interception on the first play tonight. So, I mean, the Roughnecks, their defense carries them right now. The offense only has to be subpar. And here we go, a nice little rush for 7 yards by, what was that? Elaine on the run. But that's the thing, I mean, you don't need a strong offense. If we look at the offensive production last week for the Roughnecks while we have time, the quarterback, He only had a 76 point something QBR. That was only good. Yeah, Brandon Silvers has 76.69. Good enough for, what is that? 7th in the league? So it's not really great. He doesn't have to be great, though. So it looks like he's going to get, Silvers, he's going to get a nice little run for 2. Setting up a 3rd down and 1. But the offense does not have to be all that great. You need to have an offense that can move the ball, but they don't have to completely get in there. And actually, Brandon Silvers is not in the game. They have Cole McDonald in the game, who was a 7th round pick in 2020 for Tennessee out of Hawaii. So here we go. Let's see what they can do. That was McDaniel on the run. Or McDonald. Sorry, not McDaniel. I don't know why I said McDaniel. And the Renegades going to burn their 2nd time out in the 1st quarter. The Renegades just all out of sorts here. Man, you do not want to see this out of your team. If we look at McDonald last week, let's take a look at McDonald last week. Let's take a look at some of his stats. So McDonald didn't throw the ball last week, but Cole McDonald last week was good enough to be the 6th best rusher in the league. So, 6th best rusher in the league, that's not hateful by any means. So, we'll have to see how it goes here, but let's see what they have rolling. So it looks like you have Cole McDonald in once again at quarterback. And let's see what they're going to opt to do now. The Renegades trying to get something going. You don't need like a huge offense. They're going to go with Borgie up the middle. He's going to get the yard. So he's going to get the 1st down. But I see the DC Defenders I see the Roughnecks to be like the DC Defenders. If we take a look at these two teams, the Defenders have a quarterback who can throw and a quarterback who is great on their legs. So, next Sunday we got a triple header coming up for you guys. At 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. We'll be covering just about every game apart from the Saturday game because, work. That's a thing. But here we go. They're going to try to get something. Silvers is back in the game. Or no, it looks like they're going to go with Borgie, but Silvers appears to be back in the game. So, let's see what Silvers can do. But man, let's see what we have here. Borgie able to get some runs there. But Silvers does appear to be coming back in the game. Or he's already been in the game. He was on that last play. So we'll have to see what happens here. But man. So here we go. Ready to see what they can do. They're going to look to throw. He's going to throw deep over the middle. Incomplete. Unable to reel it in was Hawley. Man. Setting up now a 3rd down and 7. Can the Roughnecks convert and keep this drive alive, or will they fall flat on their face? Ugh. And this offense is so close to being good. Like, so close to being really good. Eliminate a couple miscues here and there, and you're a top-tier offense. So here we go. Silver's going to try to call some audibles at the line, try to get himself adjusted into a perfect system for this play. Play clock winding down. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Throws it deep to the near side. Incomplete. Overthrown. Intended for Smith. He would have had the touchdown if it would have been a little bit less overthrown. Man, 4th and 7 now. The Roughnecks, are they going to... Nope, they are going to have to punt it away here. Because you're not in field goal range, that's for sure. I can guarantee you that. But we'll have to go ahead and see what they can do. Oh, man. So here we go. The punt is up. It is away, and it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be all the way down to the 6. A huge play there. A huge pin for the Renegade, or for the Roughnecks. The Renegade's going to have to get something going here. I don't know what you do, though. I mean, you are so far out of sync, it's not even funny. Also, just a little update as well. For those of you guys who are not aware, we will be doing a fan-voted Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week. So if you want to get in on that, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out the posts after this game that I will be making. I'll probably make those posts here right after the game. So let me see if we can get PDF in here so I can do statistics for the previous game. Let's see. Well, it looks like he might not be. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can input stats while we do this here. But, man. Let's see what we have rolling here. And there was a stoppage. They're trying to figure out what's happening here. And it looks like Bob Stoops talking to Jeff Heeser. Oh, they're reviewing it. So time left, Steven, is 2 minutes left in the first quarter. But Arlington is challenging right now. So let's go ahead. Oh, not that. Arlington is challenging that the receiver was out of bounds. So we'll have to see what it is. So we'll figure out what it is. I mean, it was close, but I believe it was on the punt that they were challenging it. So we'll have to see. Are they going to overturn it? Wow! Arlington being... Oh my god. It was... The ruling on the field was confirmed. Arlington has no timeouts left. What is this coach doing? What are you guys doing, Arlington? Why are you doing this? You are choking. You are completely choking yourself. That was the world's fastest review. He was clearly in bounds. You're pinned at the 6. They're going to try to get something, but instead they're going to get... Whoa, they're still running. Still running. I thought he was down. He's still running. He makes a 3-yard run somehow out of that. Wait, how did that happen? He was down. No, apparently not. Ford able to turn something that should have been a loss of a couple into... Man. Oh, he never was brought down officially. He never touched the ground. Man, no part of his body touched the ground apart from his feet. Wow, that is huge. That is huge. So here we go, 2nd and 7 now. They're going to try to run it up the outside, trying to get something. And Killian's going to get about a yard or 2 on the play. Now it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 coming up. Can the Renegades convert a first down here? Or will they have to punt it right back? Man, this has just been a brutal game for anyone who is fans of the Renegades. This is just brutalizing right here. How much can you really take? So here we go, 3rd and 5. There's going to be one more play left in this half, it would appear. Or in this quarter, it would appear. So here we go, going to look to throw over the near side. It's going to be caught, and he does have the first down up to the 22, just about. There's a couple flags, though. I'll have to see what it is. We're figuring out what the play is right now. And what the penalty is. Because that is a big first down game that could be overturned depending on where the penalty is. Let's see. Face mask on likely. That is going to add 15 yards to that play. And, yep, that is a clear and obvious face mask there on likely. So that is huge there as the Renegades are going to get a huge, nice little bump up to the 37. So here we go. 1st and 10 now coming up for the Renegades. Can the Roughnecks get a stop here? We'll have to see what they can do, but it looks like the Renegades might have had their break. Going to take the snap and hand off out to the near side. That is a huge run for Smith for a gain of 8 up to the 45-yard line. And just like that, the Renegades are looking really solid at the end of the first quarter. They are really starting to seem like they have found their groove. And, man, they are looking like they are just hitting it. What did I do? There we go. And that will take us to the end of the first here. So let's go ahead and see if we can find XFL odds, current betting odds. So if we take a look at Odds Checker. As of right now on this game, for those of you guys who are on that side of things, it looks like, when this wants to load, Well, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Just waiting to see what they say. They have the over-under now set to 42.5. And do they have any odds on the spread? It does not look like they have odds on the spread anymore. So, alas, that's where it stands out right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look over in the chat, see if we got anything rolling. And let me go ahead and pull up the XFL game from earlier today so I can get things rolling. Maybe see if I can get some statistics done while we do this, because I do have to keep track of my own, have to keep track of my own stats because the XFL doesn't do a good job of having a place for it. So I made my own spreadsheet. When in doubt, come up with your own solution. So 30-12, Brahmas against the Guardians was the score of the previous game. So let's go ahead and update that first. The Brahmas are 1-1. The Guardians are 0-2. And the Brahmas scored 30 points, so 45 points for, gave up 12, 30 points against. And the other one has 24, gave up 30, 63. Just getting a couple of things updated here. 45, that is 22.5, and 15. That is 12 and 31.5. Wow, that is a awful points per game against for the Guardians. That is just awful. So there we go. We're going to stick you right there. We're going to stick you up here. And then we're going to stick you right there. There we go. And here we go. We should be back here. Yes, we are. Ready to see what the Renegades can do here. Can they keep things rolling in the second quarter like they did in the first quarter? Or will they fall flat on their face? We'll just have to see what happens. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. The Renegades did burn all their timeouts, though, like a fool earlier on, and wasting one on a challenge, which was not smart. So here we go, ready to see what they can do now. Plitt trying to get something rolling with his offense. They're starting to move the ball a little bit. Let's see if they can keep things rolling. So here we go, 2nd and 2. They're going to get a rush up the middle. That is Ford, and he's going to get the 2 that they need, it would appear. Setting up now a 1st and 10 at the Arlington 47. So they're their own 47, and we'll have to see how it goes here, but, I mean, Arlington trying to get things going. So here we go, ready to see what they can do now. 1st and 10 coming up. And let's see what they can do. Plitt now in shotgun, having Ford to his left. And they are going to take the snap here in shotgun at some point. Play clock winding down big time. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Having a man deep on the far corner. Incomplete, out of bounds was Winningham. Ouch. That would have been a huge gain right there for the Renegades. Did he get a foot in bounds? Wait a minute. That is in bounds. Dean Blandino is taking a look at it. They're going to take an extra look. They're going to put it under review officially. They do want to take another look at this play. It was very close too, so we'll have to see. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my apple juice. Where's my apple juice? What gives? There's my apple juice. There we go. Just getting a couple of things organized here and getting the apple juice. All right, here. So with 13:49 left in the second quarter here, the refs getting water from the Roughnecks. Okay. But taking another look, it looks like he is in bounds. It looks like he was in bounds because you only need 1 foot in bounds for the XFL. So, incomplete pass stands as called. That is huge. It stands as called? I don't know about that. I think that he was in. But what do I know? I'm not an official. Here we go. They're going to try to get a run out to the outside, and it's going to be only a couple for Ford, setting up a 3rd down and 8. Are the Renegades going to stall out here, or will they be able to make a huge conversion here at the right time that they need it? We'll just have to find out. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Can the Renegades convert here, or will they fall flat on their face? Here we go. Blitt now in shotgun. Let's see what he can do. Where are they at? They're at their own 49-yard line. Looking to throw his Blitt. Has a man. It is tipped and almost intercepted. Intended for Bayer, but almost picked. And once again, the defense for the Roughnecks prevails. Man, this defense is just suffocating. They may bend, but they certainly will not break. Certainly will not break. I mean, last week they had 3 interceptions and 7 sacks. Right? So far they have 3 sacks and 1 interception. So, I don't know. The Roughnecks have it at the 10, up to the 15, trying to get somewhere to the 20. Ball comes out! And the Renegades pick it up at the 23-yard line! And that just changed the entire pace of that game, and the momentum swings back in the Renegades' favor. A clear recovery by Arlington. That was huge. That fumble was absolutely awful. It got punched out, and they couldn't get to it. It was recovered there by Canella. A huge return there, and a huge grab by Canella. So here we go. Renegades can only score at the end of the game, apparently, but we'll see. They should be getting points here out of this. 1st and 10 at your opponent's 23. Here we go. Plitt going to try to get something rolling here, and he is going to get pressure. Throws over the middle, intended for Smith. They're going to say incomplete. That was close, but they do say incomplete. Remember, Arlington does not have their challenge. They have no timeouts left either, so they can't even timeout stall to try to get them to take another look at it. So the Renegades going to have to go with it. I mean, that was just brutal timeout management by the coach there. I don't know what they were doing, but they just were not on the same page, which forced them to use their timeouts. So here we go. They're going to look to hand off at the middle for a gain of maybe a yard. Maybe a yard by Smith. Man, the Renegades just unable to get things rolling here. And Houston, I mean, they had a great drive, but then it just slowed down after the first couple of drives by them. So, we'll have to see if this remains the pace of the game and if the Renegades actually start making comebacks here. So, we'll have to see what happens. But here we go. Plitt now in shotgun, ready to see what he can do. 3rd down and 9, looking to try to get something rolling. He's going to keep it himself. He has a lane down to the 15, down to the 10. Goes Plitt. Setting up a 1st down and goal for the Renegades. Oh. Whew. Man. So here we go. I mean, that was huge there for them. And that turnover really shifting the momentum there. Looking to run it up the middle. They're going to get a push down to the 6. A nice little 4-yard gain there for the Renegades. Man. So here we go. Arlington, they're able to start doing what they got to do. Remember, last week they were down 14-3, and they managed to come back. They were down 11. They're down 11 here, so they are not out of it by any means. But this defense for the Renegades is going to have to step up and get a turnover. Get a couple of turnovers. Get maybe a pick 6. Get something, because the offense is not going to do it for you. And they're going to look to pass out to the near side. That's going to be a gain of 2. And that was, I believe, Smith. Yep, Smith on the grab. So here we go. Down now, 3rd and goal at the 4. And that's the thing. The Renegades, the offense is not going to do anything. They have not had a passing touchdown. In fact, I don't even know if they had a... I don't even think they had a touchdown last week on the offense. I don't believe so. Let me take a look. I know the quarterbacks didn't. Did they have any running? Did they have any rushing? No, they did not. And they do here, though. They get themselves a touchdown over the middle. Arlington Renegades. Who was that to? That was to Winningham. They're going to go for 2, it would appear here. They're going for 2. So let's see if they can make it. Here we go. 2-point attempt now for the Renegades. Can they get this conversion? And I mean, if you have the over right now, you're feeling pretty confident if you set it before they raise the bar. If you bet at kickoff or just before kickoff, you're feeling pretty solid. You're at 17 of 39 points to tie the over. To hit the over, you're sitting pretty solid. I mean, you're just under halfway there. And they're going to try to run it up the middle, and that is not going to go anywhere. So only going to get 6. But still, 6 is points. So just like that, it is going to be 11-6. The spread still being covered by the Roughnecks. But they're going to have to get something going if they want to widen that lead. You're only ahead by 5 now. So you got to get something going. If I'm the Roughnecks and I get a touchdown, that puts you what? 12 up? You're going for 1. You're going for 1. Or you're going for 3. Because at that point, that will put you at 20-6. Force your opponent to have to get 2 touchdowns and either a 2-point conversion or 2 1-point conversions. So either way, the Roughnecks going to need to score here in retaliation. And we'll see if they can do it. Okay. Big stretch. Big stretch. And let's see. Do we have anyone coming? We do not seem to have anyone coming in. Let me see here. It does not look like it. It does not look like it. Let me see. Let's see if HD wants to join. He's not joining an XFL stream. We'll see. Alright. Just doing one little thing and then I will be right back in frame. I'm still here. But let's see what we've got rolling. Alright. So it doesn't look like we got PDF or HD. We don't got PDF. So we're just doing the solo tonight. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Just gotta get a couple of other things organized, and here we go. Alright. But man, the Renegades finally getting themselves an offensive touchdown. But it took them until week 2. This team was supposed to be a solid team coming into this. Not looking like it right now, though. So, we'll see if they can get things changed here and get things rolling. But if not, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, the Renegades not looking like one of the best teams right now. They seem to be struggling. The offense has not been carrying for them. They have been carried by this defense, who last week had an incredible showing. But you can't rely on your defense having an incredible showing every week. That's my gripe with the Renegades, is that they rely way too much on that defense. If they had no defense, they would be the worst team in the league, tied with the Guardians right now. Because that offense just cannot do anything. I mean, what happened in the earlier games this weekend? Well, we did cover the Sea Dragons game on Thursday, which was a really good one to watch. A really good one to watch. It was back and forth all the way down to the last minute. Yesterday, we did see an interesting game. Let me actually go ahead and pull up the games here. As the Roughnecks are ready to get the ball back here, and let's see if they can get something rolling with it. All right. Just trying to get a little refresher on the games. Oh, yeah. DC and Vegas. That game was just an awful game. I mean, it was just brutal. Looks like the Roughnecks going to get it all the way up to the 18. But that's it. But, yeah, I mean, yesterday's game, pretty rough. I mean, the weather was pretty awful. It was pretty sloppy of a game. Vegas ends up winning, or no, DC ends up winning it 18-3. Meanwhile, if we take a look at the game that happened earlier today, it was incredible. The Brahmas able to actually pull off a huge win, and man, that looked really good for them. They were able to pull off a huge win and keep ahead of the worst team in the league. Meanwhile here, they're going to try, Silver's going to toss out to the near sides. Caught. That is Borgie up to the 25? 26 is where they're going to spot it. So a nice little 8-yard gain there. So here we go. Ready to see what they can do. 2nd and 2 coming up now. Silvers in shotgun. Borgie the back to his left. And they're going to take the snap. Hand off to Borgie up the middle. And he's going to lose a yard. Setting up now a 3rd down and 3 coming up. Can the Roughnecks convert? Or will this offense peter out and just be awful? I mean, this offense does not have to be great, but they have to be able to move the ball. I mean, this is a battle of defense here. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is a huge, huge defensive battle. So, ready to see what they can do. Empty set, wide set of receivers here for Silvers. Let's see what they can do. Looking to throw on 3rd and 3 to the near side. Burnett incomplete. Setting up a 4th down and 3, and they're going to have to punt it. Because, of course, we cannot have anything fun called offense in this league. Because the defense needs to win out. There we go. Just trying to make a little change there. Feels a little better. But, yeah, I mean, it is just brutal. This game, it's a defensive struggle that we're watching. I mean, if the defense can get points, it's going to be a high-scoring game. Otherwise, it is just going to be brutal. Do you prefer a defensive or offensive game? I mean, it's tough for me to say I prefer one over the other. This ball's going to be down to about the 30, maybe the 31. We'll see where they spot it. It's in between. But I can enjoy both. If I had my choice, I would prefer an offensive shootout because those are just real exciting. But the defensive ones can be sneakily good, forcing teams to have to go down to the wire and figure out a way to outwit each other and not just blindly throw bombs down the field like, yeah, touchdown, undoing things. You actually have to think and figure out what you are going to do in a defensive struggle. So, that's why I appreciate the defensive matchups. Because you really get to see who's a good coach and who's a good team and who's not. The good teams will figure out a way to weasel their way out of a defensive struggle. The bad teams will not. So, that's one of the big reasons why I can appreciate that sort of defensive struggle. I don't get why a lot of people can't, though. A lot of people are like, it only scored 20 points. That's awful. Or something like that. Because I know people that'll complain on a game that only has 20 points scored. Like, dude, come on. You got to see a game where you had to outwit each other. That is a true mind game, and that is a true game of skill and strategy. That is what football is supposed to be. It is not supposed to be a mindless throwing of bombs down the field. You know? That's why it kind of grinds my gears when people say, like, Super Bowl 53 was awful. Super Bowl 53 was not an awful game. Yes, it only had 16 points scored. Was that a little low? Yes. But it was a defensive struggle. You had to see the coaches and teams figure out how to be able to get over your opponent. You had to figure out how to break through. You had to come up with a way to get through and get points when they're not being given to you on bombs. So Super Bowl 53 was a good Super Bowl. It was a defensive Super Bowl. I mean, I'm a Rams fan, but the Patriots did deserve that Super Bowl. They truly did. They played a great defensive game. So did Wade Phillips. But, you know, the Rams ended up losing out because the Rams couldn't figure out a way to get things going on offense. And that's the thing. I do believe that defense wins championships. You can have the greatest offense in the world, but if you don't have a defense, what's it for? You're only going to win if you're going up against another offensive-minded guy. That's why the Super Bowl, that's why the Chiefs won. I mean, the defense is all right, but, I mean, it really came down to which defense was better. Because you don't need a great head coach, you know? Or you don't need a great, defense. You just need a solid defense to be able to have something going. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. Wade Phillips trying to do what he needs to do on defense. And here we go. The Renegades have the ball at the 31. Looking to throw over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Vaughns. Setting up a 2nd down and 10 now for the Renegades. So we'll have to see what they can do. But this game, we are in store for a defensive struggle, it seems. Which coach is going to be the one to find a way to outwit their opponent? And you see what they're doing. They're playing out plays on the whiteboard, trying to figure out stuff that might work to get things going. So here we go. Going to take the snap, and they're going to hand off up the middle, and that's not much having. Maybe 4 yards they're going to give them. 4 yards up to the 35. But still a 3rd down and 6 coming up. Can the Renegades get something rolling? I mean, their defense currently has all the momentum. So, we'll see how it goes here. But 3rd down and 6 coming up. And here we go. Ready to see what they can do. Plitt in shotgun. And let's see it. They're going to take the snap here. And they're going to look to throw on 3rd and 6 over the middle. Incomplete for Vaughns. Now, that's the stuff that I cannot appreciate. Whenever you have a low-scoring game where the offense is just awful. That was an awful throw. All he had to do was hit a wide-open man, and he sails it way past him. What were you doing, Drew Plitt? That is what I cannot appreciate, is whenever the offense is so incompetent, and they're making stupid mistakes like that. Plitt had an easy catch for a 1st down. He had an easy pass, and he blew it. So, well, see, we do have 7 votes over on the poll over in the chat. It looks like it is a 71-29% split in favor of the Roughnecks. And here we go. Likely the return man trying to get the ball at the 11, up to the 15, out to the 20, to the 25, up to the 30. Breaking free to the 35. Ball comes out again as a flag comes out, but the Renegades have possession at the 40. Oh, my God. Likely, what are you doing? Likely, all you have to do is keep the ball, and you're fumbling it twice. Winningham on the forced fumble once again. Oh, boy. Let's see. Holding on the receiving team declined. Fumble recovered by Arlington. Likely, what are you doing? Likely. Come on, man. You are blowing this game for Houston. You're not giving your offense a chance. You need to control the ball, my dude. Come on. This is the way Arlington's going to win it. They're going to win it because their return unit is able to generate turnovers. So here we go. Plitt going to look to throw. Hitting Cannellan for a huge bomb down to the 16. They're going to spot at the 14. A huge 26-yard gain, and the Renegades are moving down the field. We are now seeing a great game brewing. All right. So here we go. I mean, this is exactly what we were looking at. We are looking at a game where the Renegades are able to play really well on special teams, and that is giving them the advantage right now. So here we go. Plitt now going to take the snap, looking to throw. Has Vaughns, overthrows him big time and incomplete. Setting up now a 2nd down and 10. Can the Renegades keep this going? We'll have to see if they can keep things moving here, but man, this is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. So here we go. 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Renegades. And here we are. Plitt going to try to get something rolling. Can he get something here? They're going to hand off at the middle. That is Ford for a gain of about 2 is where they're going to give him. Oh, no, they're only going to give him 1 yard. Well, then. They're only giving him 1 on the play. And here we are. Oh, we're waiting to see what they're going to play here. 3rd down. Can they get something rolling? Can they get this ball in the end zone? Can they get some points? Maybe for the Renegades. Maybe tie this thing up. Maybe get a lead. Actually, they would get a lead. Here's a man that's going to be caught to the 5. Touchdown, Arlington. Becker on the grab. And that is the way the Renegades are winning this one. They are winning this one by having the special teams unit generate momentum in a huge way. And now they have 12 points pending the PAT, or pending the conversion attempt, sorry. So let's see what they end up doing here, but man, here we go. They're going for 2, trying to go up by a field goal. And let's see, can they convert here? Arlington going to take the snap, is going to be Plitt. Looking to throw, having pressure coming, looking to throw to the end zone. Vaughn's caught. Conversion is good for 2. And that is going to be a huge 14-11 lead for the Renegades. The Roughnecks really, oh, that's the wrong thing. The Roughnecks really going to need to get something going. They need to figure out what the issue is with Likely. I mean, Likely has caused them huge struggles. So, hopefully Likely's able to get something rolling. Oh, that's cute. My phone unplugged. That is cute. But yeah, I mean, this is just brutal. Drew Plitt able to get something going. The Roughnecks had the momentum at the beginning, but man, they just completely fell apart down the stretch. So we'll have to see how they can fare here, but this is just brutal. So the Roughnecks going to be getting the ball back here. Let's see what they're going to end up doing, where they're going to start off. And we should be seeing the kickoff shortly. But man, the Roughnecks really having it rough after a great start to this game. So the kick is up, it is away, and it is going to be caught at the 1, up to the 5, to the 10, out to the 15, has room to the 20, to the 25, on the outside to the 30, up to the 33, maybe the 34. A huge gain there, a little bit of extracurricular afterwards, but setting up a massive 1st and 10 all the way to the 33 is where they're going to spot it. So the Roughnecks going to have to go downfield. Let's see if they can get something moving. The offense has been stalling recently for this team, so I'm not too confident, but there's always time for change. So we could see something a little different here. So let's see what they're going to opt to do. Brandon Silvers and company getting ready to come back out here and see what they can do. And here we go. Silvers in shotgun. Borky the back to his right. And let's see what he's going to look to do. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, throws to Borgie out the far side and well overthrows it to the sideline. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now coming up for the Roughnecks. Can they keep this going? Can they get the ball moving? Can they get more points on the board? That's what they've been struggling with. They had a huge opening to this game, and then they have done nothing ever since. First 2 drives, so they get an interception at the 40, and then they drive all the way downfield for a touchdown on the next drive. And then they just do nothing after that. And looking to throw over the middle is going to be caught. And that is a huge gain there. 12-yard gain there for a 1st down by Borgie on the grab. And that is what you need to see for the Roughnecks. They are actually starting to move the ball. The offense needs to move the ball. That's how the Roughnecks are built. They're not built to be carried by the offense, but they are built for the offense to do their job. That's all they need. And here we go. 1st and 10 now coming up for the Roughnecks. Can they get something rolling here? Borgie still appears to be in the game for them. Looking to throw over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Intended for Borgie over the middle and almost caught, but no, as Payne was able to break it up. So we'll see what they can do now. 1 second, and there we go. Ready to see what they can do. 2nd and 10 now coming up. Can the Roughnecks get this thing moving? This is now a game. It started off not looking good, but man, it has changed in the second quarter. So here we go. Silver's in shotgun. Going to take the snap, looking to throw, and he's going to throw deep to Kirkland. Almost intercepted! The Renegades. He had it in his hands, but dropped it. Oh my God, that was a sure pick. There's not many sure picks that we have seen, but that was one of them. That was a sure pick by number 4, and he drops it. Ooh, that is not what you want to see. I mean, it was low like crazy. They're looking for a flag, maybe for roughing the passer, but they're not going to get it. Not going to get it there. Payne a little bit shaken as he gets up, but still getting up. But man, that was a huge play. That could have gone disastrously for the Roughnecks. And at this point, the nails are being put in the coffin, and the Roughnecks are looking like they might be struggling at this point. I mean, they were looking really good last week, and they were looking decent. They were looking amazing at the start of this game. First play of the game, they get an interception that sets them up with their Arlington 40. They turn that into 3 points, and then they end up getting a 3 and out after losing after losing 16 yards on 3 back-to-back sacks. Then go down the field and get a touchdown, and then they do nothing after that. And it's been all Renegades. I mean, the point breakdown here could not have gone any other way. So if we take a look here, what happened? I just got back. The Renegades just completely took over the game. Like, completely took it over. But if we take a look here, the first quarter, Houston got 11 points. Arlington got nothing. Second quarter, Arlington has 14 points this quarter. Houston has nothing. And we just almost had a short pick by Arlington that would have surely kept that number at 0. Man, this has just been brutal. It has been absolutely brutal for the Roughnecks. The game started off brutal for the Arlington Renegades, and then it just shifted. Something clicked with the Renegades. They got reorganized. They got situated. And they just completely changed everything. So, we'll have to see what happens. But they are looking really good right now, the Renegades are, as they are cruising down this field. And they're hoping to get something good on defense here. I mean, they almost just got an interception, so anything's possible. But what do you guys think about this game? I mean, this game has been a lot better than I expected. It has been absolutely awesome to watch. What do you guys think? Because I actually want to hear what you guys have to say. Because this has been an incredible game to watch so far. I mean, I was discounting it at the start because it looked like the Renegades were doing nothing. And then they started doing something. So, that was absolutely huge for them. And I'm looking forward to seeing if the Roughnecks can respond. I mean, right now they need to respond. If they don't respond, they're going to be in deep trouble. So they have to do something with this drive. If they don't, they're going to be really in a bad position. How much time is left in quarter 2? I'm trying to recall. I don't recall offhand. Let me actually see. They have reached the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes left in this quarter. And we are back in Houston, ready to see what they can do. Remember, week 3 of the XFL season kicks off with a 7 p.m. game next week between the Sea Dragons and the Vipers. We will not be live for that, but we will be live for all 3 games on Sunday. Battlehawks Defenders, Guardians Renegades, and Brahmas Roughnecks. Which I'm looking forward to that Battlehawks Defenders game. That's going to be a really good one to watch. That's going to be like game of the week material there. So here we go. The Roughnecks are back. They have possession. They're going to try to get downfield and see what they can do. They need to get something going this drive. If they don't, they are in serious trouble. Ball's at their own 45. And let's see what Silver's going to do. Looking to throw. Having time, throws to the near side. It's going to be caught. That's to the 40, to the 35, 30, down to the 25, 20, 15-yard line. They're down at the 15 after a huge 40-yard gain, setting up a 1st and 10 for the Roughnecks, and they are getting the ball downfield. This is absolutely awesome. We are seeing a great game in the process of being done here. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15. Looking to throw to the near side. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be a nice little run. And that is going to be a gain of 2. Fumble to the 25, 30 to the 35? Is that a fumble? Hold on. Right now, it looks like there might have been a fumble. Hold on. Hold on. The Renegades saying fumble. Oh my God. A fumble. The Renegades have possession of this game now. Oh my God. Oh, the Roughnecks cannot get anything right here. That was huge. They're looking at the play. Blandino trying to get a call. They're talking with Blandino right now, seeing if they can figure out why. But man, that is absolutely huge as the Renegades now have possession of the ball. And it is all the way, it was all the way up to their Arlington 35. So that is going to bring them out big time here. But they're reviewing it for sure. So much for Wade Phillips' defense. I mean, Wade Phillips' defense has not been the problem here. It's been the special teams. It's been the turnovers. This is the third fumble this game for the Roughnecks. Third lost fumble. And all of the other 2 have resulted in points. The last 2 resulted in touchdowns because it was a special teams turnover. The defense was expecting to hop off the field. They had to get back on the field gassed, and that resulted in points. It was not Wade Phillips' defense. It was a gassed defense that really didn't have much of a choice to do anything. And the rolling on the field stands. So the Arlington Renegades managing to get another fumble recovery. That is 3 so far this game for them. And if it's anything like the other 2, they will get points off of this. They have gotten points off of the other 2. Here comes Plitt looking to throw. Has a man's going to be caught for 7. That is monster. Nice little gain of 7 to the 42 of the Renegades. Their own 42. So, man, that was huge there for the Renegades. And it has just been the turnovers that has been shooting Houston in the foot right now. So if Houston can minimize the turnovers, they win this game. There's no doubt in my mind. But they are just losing the turnover battles in a huge way. So here we go. Plitt now looking to throw, trying to get something rolling. Toss it over the middle. It's caught. That is Smith for a nice little gain of 5. Setting up a first down. Clock will stop at 1:18. Remember, Arlington has no timeouts. So they cannot take a timeout in this situation. They need to get out of bounds. And remember, the clock resumes in the second quarter. So the clock resumes here as soon as they spot the ball. So remember, they are running out of time. They're going to have to get out of bounds. They're going to have to get first downs. And they need to keep this ball moving. Looking to throw. And Plitt going to look to keep it. He goes nowhere. And this could result in no points for this drive. So here we go. We're going to try to keep the no-huddle offense going. Wait a minute. Timeout Houston? Or no, it's an official stoppage. So it's an official stoppage there. Oh, no, it's an injury timeout for Arlington. Ooh, that is not good for them. You do not want to see. That is Mike Horton as the offensive lineman. That's down, number 70. Appeared in 3 games in 2021 with the Carolina Panthers out of Auburn. So he is down right now. They're going to have to go to an injury timeout temporarily. Arlington does not have a timeout to burn, so they will not be penalized for it, though. Man. But remember, I mean, Arlington does not have any timeouts. They have a 10-second runoff, so it's going to be 38 seconds left. They have 38 seconds. They need to get a timeout, or they need to get a huge chunk of yardage, and then spike it if they want to even have a chance at a field goal. But either way, I mean, if the Roughnecks keep up the level of play they've been playing, Arlington will get the ball back, no problem, eventually, and they'll be able to keep this game going in their huge, in their advantage. So that is the huge thing for them. But if you guys do enjoy the XFL content, don't forget to smash like and smash subscribe. It helps us out a whole lot. It tells us we're doing something right. And we are also on the road to 350 subscribers, which would be pretty cool to hit. So why not help us get there? And you'll get coverage of the XFL for doing so. And tossing out to the near side, it is incomplete, intended for number 17 on the play. And there's a flag. Hold on. They're trying to figure out what the penalty's on and what the penalty is for. Let's see what it is. We're going to try to listen in real quick. Hold on 1 second. Roughing the passer on the defense. That is, oh no. The Renegades are going to go downfield now. They're going to get 15 free yards. Yep, that is roughing the passer for sure. He threw his whole body weight in there and threw him to the ground. You can't do that, buddy. You can't just do that, buddy. So that is going to be a huge, huge play there. That's going to put him close to field goal range now. You were talking not a field goal a minute ago. Now you're talking very likely potential field goal range here. I mean, you only have 30 seconds left, but at the same time, you're at your opponent's 36. Looking to throw to the near side. Plitt gonna get the pass caught for a loss of a yard. So now you're at your opponent 37, but still you're at the 37-yard line. So we'll have to see what happens there. But I mean, I just don't know what to think about this team. Like, it is just brutal for them. So here we go. 2nd and 11 coming up now. Can the Renegades get themselves in position to score a field goal? Wait, what are they doing? They took a runoff? So we're trying to figure out what happens here, but it looks like it is a little bit of a backup. And let's hear it. Switching to another sport, what do you think? You know, B-roll will cause a tie game due to batter not looking at the pitcher. What do you mean by that? What? Here we go. Plitt gonna look to throw to Monster. Incomplete. 6 seconds left. And we'll see what happens there. But what do you mean? How can you have a tie baseball game? Oh, we're going to... Hey, coach, I think we're going to lose this game. Let me just not look at the pitcher. Okay, tie game now, upright. Like, what? How does that work? I can't see you now. We tie game now. Like, what? How does that work? So they're going now, the Renegades going for a huge field goal attempt here, a 55-yarder. Can he punch it through for the Renegades? The kick is up. It has the width. Is it the distance? No, it is about 10 yards short. No good. And that will take us to the half. Oh, they're going to give us 1 second of play. Big whoop. Big whoop. Just let them run into the locker room. You're not going to do anything with that second. Let's go ahead and take off. I'll give all the timeouts back and take off the possession arrow real quick as we are now at the half. But man, he had the width. He just did not have the distance on that, Russolino. That was a beautiful kick, just not long enough. So that is pretty rough for them. But here we are. We are getting ready to go to half. And let's see what they can do on the other side of that break. See if they can get something rolling. So here we go. But yeah, how does that happen? How do you... So that could be just abused. Okay, so we're going to lose this game, coach. We're down like 10 runs in the 9th. Let me just not look at him and we win. Like, really? I can't see you now. You can't win now. Like, what? Hold on. Hold on. I need to look this up. I actually need to look this up. Like, I don't get how that works. MLB tie game. Let me see here. Tie game rules 2023. How does that happen? Okay, let me take a look here. I found an article by USA Today. The batter is not set. Oh, I see they've been doing that. They've been doing something like that in the minors. Because I know out here watching the Tin Caps, sometimes they have that like clock. Okay. Let me see here. I want to see. I want to see how this actually. Like, that's stupid. That sounds stupid. Always sure the pitcher was ready to go. Catcher definitely wasn't. The game was tied 6-6. The bases loaded and full count at the bottom of the ninth. Well then, that's a way for a game to end. Man, that is brutal. Like, your tie game, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and you're going to end the game on a tie. Like, that is the worst tease ever. Like, that is an awful tease. Like, what? I can't believe they ended the game on that. Like, I really just cannot believe they ended the game on that. Okay, just doing a couple other things, and then we will be good. Alright. But yeah, like, what? Oh, that I would hate to be that team on the receiving end of that. Like, man. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and pull up something here real quick and see. But yeah, that is an interesting rule change for the MLB. That's not what I wanted. I want studio. There we go. If you guys are new around here, once again, don't forget to smash like and subscribe. It helps us out a whole lot, and it lets you know whenever we post new XFL content, as we will be covering the XFL during the spring. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, apparently something is happening with Streamlabs where it is not wanting to work out the greatest. But yeah. Look, they're looking back at that Brahmas Battlehawks game. That was an incredible comeback to watch. Like, the Brahmas, I hated that because the Brahmas were on the, like, losing end of it. But, like, that was an incredible one to watch. So, that was huge. Especially because the Battlehawks managed to come back on that game when they were down big time. So, ultimately, I think that was a really good game. Kudos to the Battlehawks for that win, but hate them because Brahmas. Let me get a drink real quick. All right. But speaking of this game, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stats at the half. So if we take a look, the Renegades really have had things going their way here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the Renegades stats this game. So if we take a look, offensively, the quarterback, Drew Plitt, the main quarterback, Adrian Killens, did make one throw tonight for 2 yards on one attempt. But if we take a look at Drew Plitt is 11 for 12 so far, with 11 for 22 so far, with 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, taking 3 sacks for 16 yards. Sal Cannella, 4 receptions for 38 yards tonight. He is having a night of his own. And the big story tonight has been the defense. You have the defense here. Let's take a look here. So, looking at the fumbles, you had 3 fumbles lost by the Roughnecks. I mean, that is just awful for them. And that has been the story of this game. The fumbles have really been what has taken over this game. So, seeing those fumbles happen the way they've been happening, it is just brutal. Like, they are just completely shooting themselves in the foot. You had 2 fumbles on punt returns, a fumble on a run when you were driving down the field. So, that is a huge blow right there. The Roughnecks had everything going, and then they just choked it. They've been choking it on fumbles. 3 fumbles. 3 lost fumbles. That's not sustainable. Like, at all. So you need to be able to keep things going. You can't be giving the ball up every play. Let's take a look, see if PDF is wanting to join. Alright, does not look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. So we're here doing our own thing here, just me tonight. But I mean, this has been a great game to watch. I mean, the opening quarter was all Roughnecks. Second quarter was all Renegades. So let's see what this third quarter's like. Maybe a little bit of both. But I mean, the Renegades came back down 11 once again. Now they're up by 3 at the half. So we'll see how they can fare here. See if they can keep things moving and keep things grooving for themselves. Hopefully for their sake they can, because they are looking like a really solid team. They just need to be able to, stop turning over the ball so much. So, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. And we are here cruising, ready to see the second half. If we take a look at receiving leaders for the Renegades, if we take a look at their receivers, you have Sal Cannella, tight end, absolutely balling out tonight. 4 receptions on 4 targets for 38 yards, no touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for the Renegades on offense have come from Nate Becker and Lujuan Winningham, the 2 touchdown receivers for the Renegades. If we take a look at the Roughnecks, their leaders, let's take a look at their leaders on the passing game. So Brandon Silver, 6 for 14 tonight for 85 yards, 1 touchdown, no ints, taking no sacks tonight, which is a huge thing. But if we take a look at the receiving, it looks like the receiving leader is John Trey Kirkland with 2 receptions for 56 yards with 4 targets. Overall, not looking the greatest, though, as only 6 for 14. Brandon Silver's not having a good night. Like, the Roughnecks are a team that are built to win with a decent offense. They have a strong defense. They will punish you up the middle. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Roughnecks defense will look like in this third quarter. But overall, I mean, I just don't know what to expect out of them. So we'll have to see how it goes from here. Hopefully things turn around for the better for them, because I would love to see a great game here, a great finish. But, and you could see all the frustration here by the offensive coordinator for the Roughnecks. It's just been brutal. Infinity Prod saying, "What's good? Go Roughnecks." We're having a good time over here. How about yourself, Infinity? We just chilling here, having a good night, ready to watch the game. Uneducated Sports Talk saying, "What's up, homie? We see you grinding." Thank you, sir. UST Raid once again. We appreciate all y'all. Jed Lockett, Johnny Kenny, thank you. Welcome again. We are cruising here, ready to see what they can do. Also, I'll take this as a moment as well to officially announce that I do have a spreadsheet. I am keeping track of XFL stats kind of on my own. I'll go ahead and post a link to it in the chat over here. This way, if you guys want to check out, respect the hard work, all that fun stuff. Let me go ahead here and get this real quick. And let me go ahead and go anyone with link as a viewer. Copy link. And here we go. Here's our official XFL 2023 stats. Oh, whoop. No, wrong message. I messed something up. There we go. And up. No, come on, you can work with me. I am having just technology issues right now. There we go. And it looks like we have a couple of new subscribers in here. That's pretty cool. Hey, this actually wanted to work for once. Woohoo! Sometimes it doesn't want to work. But there we go. That is our official spreadsheet. Let me go ahead and pin that message. And if you guys do want to check out our official XFL statistics spreadsheet, we do have that. We're tracking everything that was very important to us, and we'll be using this to designate players of the week for each week that will be going in our recap videos. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, let us know what you guys think. We're trying to keep track of the important stuff and do our thing. We should be getting close here to the third quarter, so let's go ahead and get ready here. And it looks like they're back out on the field. We should be here for the third quarter. Let me go ahead and get this all situated. Players are starting to warm up, so here we are. Let me just go ahead and do this. All right, getting this set up for the third quarter. As the Roughnecks are ready to go out, Wade Phillips getting his unit one more time, giving one last big talk before going back out there. Much respect for you, Wade Phillips, man. Rams D coordinator for the Super Bowl run. We respect you, bro. But here we go. Q3, and there we go. Q3 coming up ready for the Renegades versus the Roughnecks. And let's see. What are the top prospects in your mind from the NFL Combine? You know, I've actually not been keeping up much with the Combine. I need to actually get on top of that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got here. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the quarterback class looks like. It's been a little bit shoddy here and there, so I'm looking to see if we're going to have another good quarterback class. Last year's was all right. Not very deep, though. I mean, you had Kenny Pickett, Brock Purdy, and then who else do you know of? But it looks like the Roughnecks will be getting the ball here, so let's go ahead and give the ball over to the Roughnecks. And we are starting this third quarter off here with a kick. And it is going to go out of bounds. Starting off the third quarter with a penalty on the Renegades. Man, that is brutal. So there we go. The penalty on the Roughnecks kicker is going to give a huge boost to this Roughnecks offense that really needs a spark. So we'll have to see how it goes from here. Man, let's take a look and see where it spots. Let's see here is if ball goes out of bounds inside 35-yard line, ball is placed at 35-yard line for all touchbacks on punts. But this is a kickoff, so we have to figure out what the rule is with that, where it goes. So it is all the way at the 45 of the Renegades. Excuse me? Okay, so here we go. Silver's going to toss it. It's going to be caught for a gain of a couple. But excuse me, since when is it at the 45 of the opponent? Okay, then. So they spot it all the way at the 45. I'm used to the 40. That's why I'm a little bit confused. Like, hold up. So here we go. Ready to see what they can do. Silver's going to try to see what he can do. They did rule it incomplete. Or no, they did rule it complete here. So now second down coming up. Looking to throw. Silver's going deep. Incomplete. Intended for Holly. So that is not what you really wanted to see there. But they do have some time to be able to get something going. A.J. Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Roughnecks. Co-defensive coordinator Joe Hayes for the Renegades. Ready to see what they can do here. But here we go. Ready to see 14 minutes and rolling remaining in this third quarter here. We're already a minute gone after the kick. And here we go. Looking to go what they got to do. They're 2 for 5 on third downs tonight. Looking to throw Silver's pressure coming. And he's going to throw it away incomplete. Are they going to look for an intentional grounding? No, there is no penalty for intentional grounding there. So there we go. Third down and 8 is going to turn into 4th and 8. And the Renegades are going to be getting the ball back. Man, that is brutal. After such a promising start to a drive, too, because of that penalty. I mean, especially you started in your opponent's territory. And now you're having to punt it. Which, remember, in the XFL, touchbacks go back to the 35. So, it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, wait a minute. Blown dead. Blown dead before the snap. Let's see. It's only a game. He snapped it when there was 1 second left. There was clearly 1 second left. Clearly 1 second left, and they called it. Like, excuse? Like, I mean, I just don't know. But here we go, ready to see what they can do now. Can the Roughnecks get something turning around here? So here comes the punt. It's up and away. Maybe that punt was a good thing because kick returns. Oh, they're going to get a fair catch at the 10. So it probably was a good thing because if you think about it, in the XFL, if it goes out of bounds, it's a touchback. If it's a touchback, it goes all the way out to the 35. So that is really punishing on the punts. So you really need to be cautious on what you're doing. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But here we go. Drew Plitt ready to lead his team once again. He is 10 for 21 on the night for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 67 yards. So here we go. Can they get something rolling? 1st and 10. Plitt in shotgun. Going to take the snap here, and they're going to hand off. That is a big run to the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, to the 34 goes Ford, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, that was Smith. Sorry. Let's see. And it's coming back on a hold on the offense, which is not what you want to see. So here we are, ready to see what they can do now. But, man, that is just sucking the life out of that. So here we go, 1st and 15 now coming up for the Renegades. Can they get something rolling on this drive, or will it fall flat on its face? Let's see if this defense can get something rolling here. Come on, Roughnecks defense. We know what you're made of. Let's see what you got. So here we go, 1st and 15. Ready to go, what they can do. Ball's at the 5. They're going to try to pass it. Good protection. It's going to be incomplete. Wasn't sure if it was intercepted. It looked like it was almost intercepted for a second there. But no, incomplete. 2nd and 15. Arlington has really done a good job shoring up that pass rush. Oh no, it was deflected. Never mind. It was not almost intercepted. So here we go. 2nd and 15 coming up. Can the Renegades get something going here on 2nd and 15? Going to try to see what they can do. Plitt in shotgun. He's going to hand off to Smith. Trying to get something going up the middle. He's churning, but not able to get more than 2 yards. Setting up now a 3rd down and 13. Man. So here we go, ready to see what they can do, and it doesn't look to be much. Hopefully things get a little better for them, but I'm not too hopeful. So let's see what they have rolling. Plitt in shotgun. Can they get this conversion here? 3rd down and 13 coming up. Plitt in shotgun, trying to get something going. He's going to toss to Smith, who's going to try to get him. He has room to the 10, to the 15. He is close, but definitely short. Short by half a yard, setting up a 4th down and half a yard. Do they go for it, or do they punt it? Do they go for it, or do they punt it? Let's see. I mean, it is close. He was definitely short. He's short by like a 1/4 yard or a half yard. But do you go for it and try to punch it, or do you just not? And the offense looks to be staying out on the field. They're going to go for it. Can they convert on 4th down and 1? G. McKay saying go for it. They are they have a punt return man deep. No, they are punting it. My bad. I thought they were going for it. And the punt is high. It is going to be caught at the 35, up to the 40, trying to get to the 45, to the 50, down to the 45, maybe the 46. So that's going to set up a 1st and 10 for the Roughnecks. Surprisingly didn't fumble it for, I don't know, maybe the 3rd time on special teams tonight. The punt return has really been brutal for them. They have fumbled twice on punt returns tonight. And then they fumbled once on offense too. So they fumbled it 3 times, lost it 3 times. So I'm kind of concerned whenever they punt. G. McKay saying, dang it, they should have gone for it. I mean, that is a really close call. You were all the way back at your opponent's, or at your own 19, you know? 19.5 yard line. If you go for it and miss it, the Roughnecks are starting off in field goal range, and you're only up a field goal. So I could have supported either way, because it's only a 1/4 yard, so you only got to go a 1/4 yard. But at the same time, if you don't make it, you're basically giving up your lead and forcing it to be a tie game at least. So, I mean, I can kind of agree with that call. I could agree with either way on that. That was really a touchy call as to whether or not they should have went for it. So, can't really fight them for it. So, we'll have to see what they end up doing on offense. Can the Renegades get something going on defense, or will the Roughnecks finally get something going on offense? Let's go ahead and flip the arrow to the Roughnecks. I mean, this game has been an incredible game. And right now, if you bet the over, you're feeling all right. I mean, it surely is not a gimme at this point. I mean, you're still going to need 14 points to tie, 15 points to hit the over. So you're going to need that. You're going to need help. But you're feeling pretty comfortable. If I'm betting the under, I'm sweating. I am definitely sweating. But overall, I mean, it looks like Houston is going to have a hard time covering the spread tonight. They were 4.5-point favorites. They're going to need to get something going, but they are just not. So we'll have to see how it goes. For advertising XFL Shop, there's not a lot on XFL Shop. Otherwise, I'd be probably getting some stuff. But we'll see. I might end up getting some stuff there this year. We'll have to see how it goes. Maybe I'll get something for the championship game. You never know. We'll have to see. But, yeah, what do you guys think of the XFL so far? I think it's really been good. It's been a lot better than people expected. I can almost guarantee you that. So, here we go. We should be back here. Yes, we are. AJ Smith trying to get things honed in for his offense as the Roughnecks have struggled. And let's see what they can do. Trying to get something going. Let's see if they can get something working here. They have struggled. They have been struggling. So, we'll have to see. All right. So here we go. The Roughnecks ready to go. This is Brandon Silvers on the field, ready to get his team going. Let's see what they can do. Ball's at the Renegades 45. And they're going to try to run it. Bouncing out to the outside, having some room. Going to try to power his way through, and he's going to get 7 on the play. That is Borgie on the run. Also, make sure you guys keep an eye out on the community tab later tonight, as about an hour or so after the game, I will try my best to get the candidates for Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week out there, which will be used in part for the recap video. So make sure you keep an eye on that about an hour after the game or so, just depending on how things work out. But here we go, 2nd and 2, ready to throw, dumps out to the near side, it's going to be caught. That's up to the 40, or down to the 35. That is close to a first down, but they should give it. Or are they going to say, they're going to say it's short. They're going to say it's short. So it's a caught by Bird, but it's short. So that is huge. Setting up now a 3rd down and 1. Silver's tagging out. They're tagging in McDonald, which clearly tells you they're going to go for a rush here up the gut. So here we go. They have a big running quarterback in there as the, quarterback. And let's see, McDonald ready to go. He's going to try to push through, and he is going to get that yard easily. He's actually going to get 2 yards. Setting up a big 1st down and 10 at the 33 of the Renegades. Can the Roughnecks keep this going, or will they fall apart? Only time will tell, but I am looking forward to seeing how this plays out. So here we are ready to see Brandon Silvers back in the... Or no, it's McDonald still in the game. My bad. So here we go. 1st and 10. McDonald. No, he's going to keep it. Trying to run it. And he has room out to the 20. Down to the 15 he goes. A huge, huge play there. Huge play for the Roughnecks. Getting the big momentum. What is the UST rate? Well, there's a channel out there, Uneducated Sports Talk, otherwise UST. And at halftime, they have a smaller group of people, but they will go around and do raids to smaller streams. So that is what the UST raid is. They've been hitting us pretty consistently through a lot of games, I have to say. So huge shout out to them. They are the GOAT. And they're going to try to throw deep over the corner. Incomplete. Intended for... Can't tell who that was intended for, as this play-by-play on XFL.com is out of date. Let me go ahead and give it the old reload. Reload of Titus. But it was a little overthrown, but man. Here we go, ready to see what they can do. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Can the Renegades get this in the end zone and get a lead once again? We will have to see. All right, so here we go. Ready to see what they can do. Can they get something rolling? They're going to look to throw over the middle. It's going to be caught. That is a touchdown. Smith on the reception over the middle. And that is a huge play there for the Roughnecks, going up 17-14, pending the PAT. That is absolutely huge there, and the Roughnecks are going to be looking solid. Man, that is huge. The Roughnecks looking good, and they're going to go for 1 here just to try to get a lead. Just getting a simple lead. Let's see if they can do it. All right, here we go. They're going to try to punch it in here. Let's see if they can. And here we go. Going to try to toss it. Is McDonald. Pressure coming. He's going to throw it to the corner. Incomplete. So just like that, the Roughnecks are once again in the lead as the Renegades will be getting the ball back. An incredible pass there by Silvers over the middle to hit Smith. Or no, it was not Smith. That was Bird. My bad. That was Bird on the grab for the touchdown. Now, if you bet the over, you are really feeling good right about now, because you only need 8 points to tie, 9 points to hit your over. So that is doable, especially the nature of this game. That is doable. Meanwhile, if you bet Houston to cover, that's looking really like a bad bet. Arlington's gonna cover, but I don't think Houston's gonna cover. So, alas, it looks pretty rough there. All right. And let's see how it goes. But, man. All right, I will be right back. I just need to do one little ding. One little ding. All right. Just need to do one little thing real quick, and then I will be right back. Okay. I'm still here, but like I'm not here. I'm here, but not here. Just accept it. I'm here, but not here. We're still doing our thing, ready to go, and we will have to see what they can do. Oh. I inadvertently wrote on a pill. Okay. Well, here we go. Ready to see what they can do. And things are looking pretty good for the Roughnecks. The Roughnecks able to turn this around and look solid once again. All right. Okay, and there we go. Man, the Roughnecks able to get that in there. And that was just brutal. The Renegades had it going, and then they just lost that momentum. Okay. Yeah, let me get this little thing going, and we will be good to go. There we go. All right. But, man, this game has really been a great one to watch. And if you're betting the over, you're feeling pretty comfortable right now. The under, you are really sweating right now. You're hoping the defenses come up huge here. But, I mean, we're ready to see what the Renegades can do as they're going to be getting ready to take back on the field and go on offense. Which, hopefully we can see some good offense here. We've been seeing some really good games so far in this one. And here we go. Here comes the kickoff to the Renegades. And it is going to be received at about the 12, up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Wait a minute. Hold on. They blew it dead. What happened? The free kick did not get past the 20-yard line. Hold on. What? What? That clearly got past the 20-yard line, though. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here, because I think he got past. Oh, I hit just shy through the air. So that's 15 yards. And that's going to give the Renegades at the 45 of the Roughnecks. Oh, my God. So there we go, up to the 40 after a 5-yard run. Man. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. 2nd and 4 coming up now for the Renegades. The Renegades, they are on offense. So here we go. They're already in Roughnecks territory. They're close to field goal range. They're close to considering it here. And here we go. 2nd down and 4. Plitt looking to throw. Having some time, pressure off the back. He's going to be strip sacked, and Houston recovers. A massive strip sack there, and Houston will recover it. And once again, the Roughnecks defensive line comes up strong. That is absolutely huge for them. And man, that is looking good. So here we go, ready to see what they can do, but they are looking really solid right about now. So I'm ready to see what this game looks like here. Alright, just doing a couple of other things while we're here. But that was huge. The Roughnecks able to force that fumble, strip sack, and boom. So here we go, ready to see what the Roughnecks can do. They're going to try to hand off. That's going to be Elaine. And he's only going to get about 3 yards on the run. Only 3 on the run. That is not quite what they were looking to see. And we'll see what they can do. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 turnovers on the Roughnecks, 2 on the Renegades. So the turnovers are starting to become even. Let's see if the Roughnecks can turn points out of this like they have always done. And they're going to let the throw over the middle. Pressure coming. He's going to be sacked. And they're going to get the flag out for a horse collar or roughing the passer. As he was brought down from behind. You can't bring down your quarterback like that. Is that roughing the passer or is that going to be horse collar? Let's see. It was a great effort to bring him down, but unfortunately it's against the rules. Just trying to get an idea as to what it is. No, that's ridiculous. So the quarterback's inside the pocket and you can't call a horse collar. Okay, that's ridiculous. So he is going to be officially sacked. No penalty on the play. Silver's not happy with it. And that was a loss of 8. So here we go. 3rd down and 15 coming up. Can the Roughnecks keep this drive alive? Or will they fall short? So Silver's trying to get something rolling. And here we go. 3rd and 15. Silver's in shotgun. Going to try to get something going. He's going to throw it deep on the corner. Burnett incomplete. A well-placed throw, just a little high. And 3rd and 15, they're going to have to punt it away. So the turnover netting 0 points for them. And here we go. Let's see if they can keep things rolling. But that is just brutal. Silver's unfortunate. I mean, that should have been a horse collar, I think. So. And that was a hot mic right there. He literally just haven't grabbed my like, okay. It's going to be caught for a fair catch at the 22 is where they're going to spot it, I believe. Nope, the 23. So here we go. And yeah, they are just not having it. Silver's just upset about that call in general. So that is just not what they wanted to see. But here we go. Ready to see what they can do now on offense. Can the Renegades get something moving, or will the Roughnecks defense prevail? The defense has been doing a really good job so far of doing what they had to do, so let's see if they can hold up. So here we go, ready to see, can they do it, or will they falter? The Renegades trying to get something going. Looking to throw his split to the near side. Caught by Moster for a gain of about 5. With Likely and Beckett on the tackle. They're going to give him credit for 5 yards. A little bit of extracurricular after, but nothing else happening out of it. So not quite the extracurricular you were wanting to see there, but alas, it happened. So here we go, ready to see. Can Drew Plitt lead this team down on a comeback drive to get the lead once again, or will they falter? Ready to see what they can do? And let's see it. As we take a look here, I am just throwing everything all around, aren't I? And they're going to try to get out to the far side on a run. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the run. A huge stop by that defensive line to get themselves a 3rd down and 8. So the Roughnecks really doing good once again on that defensive line. Let's see if they can keep that going. If the offense can get just a little bit more juice going, that defense will stay rested, and they will be looking really scary down the line. But it's all going to come down to, can this offense get anything going for the Roughnecks? So here we go. Ready to see Drew Plitt calling something, but not quite sure what they got. So here we go. Looking to throw is Plitt. Going to toss out to the far corner, overthrowing Ford, the intended target. 4th and 8 coming up, and it looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. So there we go. Another punt coming up now for the Renegades. And that was a quick little 3 and out there for them. So let's see what they can do now out of it. 4th and 8. They're going to have to punt it. Let's see if the Roughnecks can get something going out of this. Man. And Drew Plitt, not real flustered over on the sideline. You can see it. He's not real happy. But here comes Marquette King punting to Dijon Lee. So it's not, they got likely out of the return spot. And it's going to be caught at the 24 to the 25, out to the 30, not quite. Oh no, it does get to the 30. He's going to be down at about the 31. Maybe the 32. It looks like they're spotted at the 32 for him. So a little bit extracurricular after the pile, but alas, nothing coming out of it. But yeah. Here we go. Trying to figure out what they got to do. And let's see what they can do. Man. So here they go, ready to go, what they got to do. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Roughnecks. Can Brandon Silvers lead this team downfield and get themselves another touchdown, which will put them up by 9. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. 1st and 10 coming up for the Roughnecks. Let's see it. So Silvers in shotgun, going to take the snap. Borgie, the running back, to his left. They're going to hand off to Borgie, and he's going to get a nice little gain of 2 up the middle to the 34. Setting up now a 2nd down and 8 for the Roughnecks. Can they keep this moving? Let's see it. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, excuse me. 2nd and 8 coming up. Can the Roughnecks keep this going? 2:30 and rolling remaining in this 3rd quarter. And here we go. Silver's in shotgun. And let's see. He's going to take the snap here. Borgie to his left. They're going to hand off once again to Borgie. And he's going to lose a yard. Or no, they're going to give him credit for no yards on the play. So here we go. 3rd down and 8 coming up now for the Renegade, or the Roughnecks, sorry. Can the Roughnecks keep this going? Let's see it. Will Hill, he is a 4-year NFL veteran with the Giants and Ravens, defensive back, out of Florida. So here we go, ready to see what he can do. 3rd and 8 now. Can Silvers get this going? Looking to throw over the near side. It's going to be dropped a little bit behind his target, who is Kirkland, but still dropped nonetheless. That is not what you were wanting to see. So here we go, ready to see what they can do now. 4th down and 8 coming up, and they're going to have to punt this one away. That is just not what you want to see here, as there is a 1.5 minutes and rolling remaining in this 3rd quarter. Man, can the Roughnecks get something moving on offense, because they are not able to do it. So here comes the punt. It is up. It is away. And, oh no. Oh no. It goes out of bounds at the 47. Oh no. Well, that's great field position for the Renegades. So let's see what they can do now, as they're going to be looking at a really good shot here. So hopefully they can get something rolling here. Ugh. And let's see if the Renegades can get something moving on offense. If they can get something moving on offense, they will be in a really, really good spot to keep things moving. So here we go. 1st and 10 coming up for the Renegades. And Plitt going to toss out back to Killens, trying to get a rush here. And he's going to get to the 50 for a gain of 3. So let's see what they can do now, as they are looking a little bit rough. A little bit rough. But alas, they are still doing what they got to do. And we'll just have to see what they can do. Oh, what are they doing? There's a lot of whistles going. We're trying to figure out what's happening. Trying to decipher what's happening. It looks like nothing's coming out of this, so they're starting the play clock back up here. 4 seconds and rolling. They got to snap it quick. Looking to throw his Plitt. Tossing to the near side. Is going to be caught. That's going to be a gain of 6 for, who was that? That was Arcanado on the grab. He thought he was closer. He thought he had it, but he did not. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. They were going to try to get a playoff, but they were unable to. So this will bring us to the 4th quarter. And here we go, ready to see what they can do now. I mean, 4th quarter coming up. Game is really tight down the stretch here. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, this has been a really close game. The turnovers have been the key here. The turnovers have been the absolute key. So, let's see what they can do. Let me get a little drink real quick. Because I need a drink. All right. I mean, this has been a really good game to watch, I do have to say. Like, this game has been an incredible one to watch. It has been back and forth. Both teams have been in it from the get-go. No one's ran away with it. Both teams almost ran away with it at times, but nobody actually did run away with it. So, really looking good down this stretch here. So, we'll have to see how it goes. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this has been a really fun game to watch. If we take a look over at the poll, we do have a poll over in the chat. We have 23 votes on it, 57% for the Roughnecks, 43% for the Renegades. And let's see how it goes here. Man. So here we go, ready to see Sea Dragons Vipers next week at 7 on Saturday. And that is really our only tank poll. We don't really have a tank poll this week. What do you think of Joe Lombardi reuniting with Sean Payton? I did not catch that, so that could be dangerous. Wasn't he like part of that like Super Bowl team with the Saints? If I'm not mistaken. But we'll have to see what happens. Oh yeah, just throw a whole cake in that guy's face. You idiots! What did you expect to happen? In his advertisement, these dudes just completely slammed a guy with a cake. And then he ends up going to the hospital. What did you expect? Okay, happy birthday! Woohoo! You don't get that. Dude, guy goes back down, guy smacks head, guy goes to hospital. But yeah, that was an interesting one. Oh, come on. There it is. Is there another? I hope not. But here we go. Jamal Carter played 29 NFL games with 3 teams. And he came out of Miami. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see what they can do. The Renegades trying to move this ball down the field here and get something rolling. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up. Can the Renegades keep this thing moving? Let's see. If they can keep this moving, they can get downfield, burn a lot of clock, and get a touchdown. That would be huge. Especially if they can serve their timeouts like this. So here we go. They're going to hand off. That's going to be Smith up the middle, and he is going to get there. Looks like they're going to give him credit for 2 yards all the way down to the 42 of the Roughnecks. So that is huge. That is a huge situation there. The Roughnecks needing to get something going on defense because otherwise they're going to be struggling. They're going to be down big later in the game than they want to be. And Drew Plitt on throws under 10 yards. He's 13 for 18 with 90 yards, 2 touchdowns to no ins. And over 10 yards, he is 0 to 8 touchdowns to interceptions on the year. There's a flag. What is this flag on? Too many men on the offense. That is brutal. Setting up now a 1st down and 15 for the Renegades. Let's see what they can do. So here we go, ready to see what they can do. 1st down and 15 coming up. Can the Renegades get this moving, or will they just fall flat? There you go. Is that just me, or does Drew Plitt have a little bit of blood on his arm? Here we go, looking to hand off the near side. That's going to be Smith trying to get something, but he only gets 4 down at the 43-yard line. So can Drew Plitt lead this team? It is a 2nd and 11 coming up from the 43 of the Roughnecks. Man, this is going to be close. Oh, nice. The first 2 games are on FX next week. We don't even have to change the channel. But here we go. 2nd and 11 coming up now for the Renegades. Drew Plitt going to take the snap, looking to throw. And it's going to be dropped by Winningham. Setting up now a 3rd down and 11 for the Renegades. And yeah, Drew Plitt is bleeding. There is no red on that field. At least not where he is. So that is not what you want to be seeing out of your quarterback. But alas, he is still playing through it. So here we go. 3rd and 11 coming up. Can Drew Plitt and his Renegades do something here? 13 minutes and rolling left in the 4th. Looking to throw his Plitt. Having time. Blowing over the middle. It's dropped. Intercepted to the 30, to the 35. Up to the 40. To the trying to get around. Trying to get somewhere. He's to the 45. Still on his feet. He's down at the 48-yard line. A huge, huge interception there. And the Roughnecks are going to have the ball. But there is a flag on the play. So let's go ahead and just take out possession from any team, and we'll see who it goes to. Let's see what it is. Still waiting to hear what the penalty is going to be. Here we go. Okay, illegal block in the back on the return team after the interception during the return. So the Roughnecks will have possession of the ball. It's a 10-yard penalty, but still going to have a 1st and 10 coming up. That is absolutely huge. Ball's at the Houston 30. So here we go. Sean Davis, the one with the reception. He was a 2nd-round pick in the 2016 draft by the Steelers out of Maryland. And here we go. Ready to see what they can do now. Here we go. Looking to throw his Plitt, and it is going to be tipped. Or not Plitt. That was Silvers throwing, but it was tipped. Intended for Putman, but it was tipped at the line. So can't really blame that incompletion on anyone. So we'll see what they can do now, but it looks like the Renegades are moving the ball pretty effectively. And let's see what they can do now. Here we go. They're going to have a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Can Silvers do what he needs to do here? And here we go, looking to throw, pressure coming. He's going to dump it out to the near side. That's going to be caught. That's a nice grab up to the 40, or up to the 34. Sorry, gain of 4 by Aline. And let's see what Silvers can do now. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Can they do something here? Let's see it. 3rd and 6. And, oh no. Oh no. There's going to be a false start. That is a clear and obvious false start. False start on the offense. as the Renegades were able to pull the off start by getting a little run but not going to the neutral zone. That was huge. That was huge. And here we go. Let's see what they can do. 11.5 minutes and rolling remaining here in regulation. Silvers takes the snap, looking to throw, having some time, throws over the middle, is caught to the 45, up to the 50, he's still on his feet, down to the 47 of the Renegades. A nice 24-yard gain by Putman. An absolutely huge play there, giving the Roughnecks momentum, and let's see if they can take this to the bank. If they can get ahead and make it a 2-score game, that is going to be absolutely huge. So here we go. Coming up now with a 1st and 10. Can the Roughnecks keep this going? Oh, boy. Here we go. 1st and 10. That is going to be Silvers and shotgun. Going to hand off. That's Lee up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 44. Nice little gain there of 3, setting up a 2nd down and 7. And the Roughnecks are just cruising right now down this field. So here we go. Let's see what they have. And let's see what they've got rolling. Here we go. 2nd and 7 coming up now. Can the Roughnecks get something going here? 2nd and 7. Silver's going to be in shotgun here looking to throw. Pressure coming. Tosses out to the far side. It's going to be caught. That's Putman trying to get up somewhere. And he is going to be a yard short down to the 38. Setting up now a 3rd down and a long one. It's not a short little gimme one. It is a full yard and then some. So we'll see what they can do on this 3rd down and long one. All right. 3rd and 1. Let's see what they can do. They're going to try to hand off. That is going to be Borky getting out to the outside, having room, and he is going to get all the way down to the 35 for a 3-yard gain and a 1st down Roughnecks. The Roughnecks chewing up a lot of clock right now. John saying, hi, Jason. How you doing tonight, John? How you doing? For those of you guys who don't know, we do also have a poll going on over in the chat over here. We have a 26 votes and a 58-42 split in favor of the Roughnecks. Also, for those of you guys who are new around here, we also have an official statistics sheet for the XFL, as I realize there's not really one big centralized place for it. So I made my own spreadsheet. Go ahead and check it out. Let us know what you guys think. And let's see, how am I doing on my picks? I have 1 correct pick, maybe 2 if the Roughnecks can win this. And looking to throw, that is McDonald, and he overthrows Kirkland. That was a sure touchdown if Kirkland could get there. Ouch. But yeah, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to smash like and subscribe. It helps us out a whole lot. And we are cruising our way to 350 subs, so why not be part of that? You'll get notifications if you ring the bell as well whenever we post new content. As we'll be covering the XFL all the way until the championship, and then we'll cover the USFL, and then the NFL after that. Now let's hear, you finally got a win. I know you said you were, yeah, I was 0-6 after the Vegas game. I was 0-6, and I ended up getting San Antonio right because go Brahmas, woo! So here we go now. 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Roughnecks. Oh, Houston is challenging a no call for illegal contact on number 41. So this is huge here. This could be huge. If this is flipped, that could be an absolutely huge gain there for the Roughnecks. We'll have to see. They're going to take a look. Oh, ruling on field stand? Oh, boy. That was a quick review. What were you challenging, Wade? What were you challenging? That was the quickest review. They can challenge any officiating call, John. If you don't like the spot, you can challenge a spot. If you don't like a call, you can challenge a call. If you don't like a challenge of a penalty, you can challenge it. If you think that, oh, there was a defensive pass interference that should not have been defensive pass interference, you can challenge that. If you think there was a holding, you can challenge it. You can challenge anything in this league. And they are going to run for no gain. They're going to give him credit for what? A yard for Borgie? Man. I just don't know. Here we go. John saying wow about that. And yeah, I mean, that is the XFL rules. So you were able to challenge just about anything that is possible. So here we are, ready to see what they can do now. Setting up a third down and 9. Let's see if they can get something going. Looking to throw his Silvers. He's going to load up deep over the middle. Intercepted! And there's a flag down, but it's returned to the 5, up to the 10, up to the 15, up to the 18, but there is a flag on the play. It was thrown at the grab, so we'll have to see. Is it going to be a challenge on the Renegades, or is it going to be a penalty on the Renegades that will end up returning the ball back to the Roughnecks? We'll have to see. Waiting for the call. Woo! Illegal contact on the defense. So the Roughnecks will have the ball back after the illegal contact. Well, there's your illegal contact, Wade. There's your illegal contact, Mr. Phillips. And that is absolutely huge. And no coaches have a challenge left. You only have one challenge in the XFL. And they used them already. So here we go. It was illegal contact on the Renegades, number 28. So here we go. Setting up now a 1st and 10 at the 29 of the Renegades. The Roughnecks burning a lot of clock, too. They're going to get a nice little bounce out to the outside with Lee trying to get something, and he gets just 1 yard. But yeah, that's the thing, though, is that, I mean, they're burning a lot of clock. We're already at 7.5 minutes and rolling in this fourth quarter left. So this is absolutely huge. Also, for those of you guys who are new around here, don't forget, about an hour after the last game or so, I'm going to try to get a couple posts out on offensive and defensive players of the week, so for you guys to vote on to go in a new segment for the recap videos, awarding players of the week. So make sure you check out the community tab here about an hour after the conclusion of this game. And here we go. Throwing over the middle is going to be caught. And that is an amazing grab down to the 11. They're going to spot it at the 10. That was Putnam on the grab. Or Putman on the grab. Absolutely incredible grab. He had to leap through the air to grab it. And he slid his way down to the 10. Setting up now a 1st and goal for the Roughnecks. So let's see if they can get something rolling here. They are looking really good right about now. And here we go. 1st and goal for the Roughnecks. That is McDonald in the game. He is going to keep it, and he is going to get down to the 6. So they have McDonald in the game, not Silvers, as they do have a running quarterback. So let's see what they opt to do. 6 minutes and rolling here remaining in this fourth quarter. The Roughnecks trying to make it a 2-score game. A 2-score game would put this really a tough comeback for the Renegades, especially given the way the game has gone. It would also go wonders to help the over hit, as currently we're at 31. The over is set at 39. So we'll see how that fares and how that plays out here. But here we go. 2nd and goal, 5:45 and rolling remaining. And here we go. They're going to take the snap, going to hand off up the middle for a gain of 2 on the play by Lee. Setting up a 3rd down and goal for the Roughnecks. And let's see, can they do what they got to do and get a touchdown? Let's see it. Let's see if they can here. Right now, the Roughnecks really looking solid. Let's see if they can keep it going. So here we go. 3rd down and goal, 5:15 and rolling. They are burning a lot of time to minimize time left for the Renegades, as they will go up by 2 scores here, hopefully. And let's see what they can do. They're going to hand off. That's Borgie up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. Barely even touched on his way in, no less. And that is huge, as that'll put them up to 23. And what they do here will really help determine whether the over or under hits. We are at 37 right now. Are they going to go for 2, which will tie the over, or are they going to go for 1, which will keep you in the under? If you bet the under, you are praying that they keep it at the 1. But, yeah, they're going to go for 1 here. They're going to go for 1. So if you do have the under, you still are alive in this one here. So we'll have to see how it fares here. But if you have the under, you are still feeling decent. You're still feeling all right, I should say. Not decent. I mean, you are really feeling rough right about now. They're going to try to run it up the middle, and there is nothing having. So no 1-point conversion, and the Renegades are going to get the ball back down by 9. It's still a one-score game here, so that is still a huge factor. It's still a one-score game. So remember that. As we are just under 5 minutes remaining in regulation here. Actually, we are right at 5 minutes remaining. So that is absolutely huge. But yeah, we're going to try to get some stuff here. We're going to use that statistics sheet, and we're going to try to get everything situated where we will have those Players of the Week award nominees out about an hour after the last game, hopefully. Now, next week is going to be a little bit tough to do that because Sunday is, well, going to be crazy. But we'll do what we can. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of other things here. And let's see what we can do. But, man, this has been a great game to watch so far. I mean, I am loving it. So, overall, the XFL has been a lot better than anyone expected, if I had to hazard a guess. I don't think a lot of people had high hopes for this one. But, alas, I mean, it is killing all expectations. So, all right, let's just go ahead and take a look at one other thing real quick. And here we go. We should be back here shortly, ready to see what the Renegades can do on defense, see if they can respond. They have not scored since the second quarter. Remember, all their points came in the second quarter. They had a slow start to the game, and for whatever reason, this thing is off by a lot on the actual XFL website. On the quarter breakdown, it is way off. It has the Roughnecks at 27 points, not where they're truly at 23. Wait, there was always a purple M&M? There was? Was there? They showed a purple M&M on the ad. Was there always a purple M&M, or am I just going crazy? Like, seriously, please tell me. Was I going crazy, or was there actually a purple M&M? Or was there not a purple M&M in the old ads? Like, please, I think I'm going crazy, because I don't remember there being a purple M&M. There was never a purple. Like, seriously. I don't ever remember there being a purple M&M. But I've been wrong in the past, so please correct me if I'm wrong, because I really actually want to know. But yeah, right now this game really looking solid. If you are betting the under, you are still alive, but a field goal or the next score will end it if there is a next score. So if you're betting the over, you're feeling really comfortable right now. This is going to be really close to that over-under, though. So we'll see how it goes. But, man, here we go, ready to see what they can do. So here we go. We should be back at some point here. And let's see it. Let's see what they can do. As we are back, ready to see what the Renegades can do. 5 minutes remaining for this regulation. The kick is up, and it is going to be caught at the 15 to the 20, and try to bounce around to the 25, up to the 30 almost, to about the 28 is where they're going to spot it. So here we go, from the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. The Renegades are going to have 4:54 remaining. Drew Plitt and company trying to get something going. You might want to consider those under 10-yard throws because they are looking really good. He has 2 touchdowns, 90 yards, and is 13 for 18 under 10 yards. He's 0 for 10 and 2 interceptions on throws over 10 yards. So, just saying, you might want to stick to the short game while you still have the time. You still have the timeouts. Here we go. Ball's at the 28. Penn score 4 goals in 3. What? In 3 minutes? Excuse me? So you get a nice little 4-yard pass to Smallwood. But hold on just a second. Let me take a look at this. Let me actually see here. What in the world happened? What in the world happened? They just dominated the Lightning. I know we're off topic here, but like, geez, 7 goals on the Lightning? Aren't like the Lightning supposed to be like one of the top teams too in the league? Like, I don't really follow hockey as much, but aren't the Lightning supposed to be like one of the pinnacles of the NHL right now? Like, seriously? Let me see that box score. Like, what? But yeah, it looks like there was a rush for 11 yards as Killam was brought down way back at the 21. And here we go, 3rd and 17. Plitt looking to throw. Pressure coming. Big time. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 7. And they're going to spot at the 8. A loss of 13 on the play, setting up a 4th down. Offensive holding is declined. 4th down and 34 coming up now for the Renegades. Oh my God. That is just brutalizing. That is just brutalizing. The Roughnecks once again with their sacks. So it's 4th and 30 is what they're officially calling it. No, it should be 4th and 34. But 4th and 30, they're going to have to punt it. So here we go. Punting from his own end zone here. Punt is up. It's going to be a short punt. No, it's going to be caught way back at the 35. His own 35 to the 40. Trying to get out to the outside. And he's going to get, oh, still on his feet up to the 45. Up to the 46 or 47. To the 46 is where they're going to spot it, I believe. Well, let me take a look at that game here. So let's hear. Second period, 6:17 by Malkin. And then in the second period, Sidney Crosby at 15:28. Teddy Bluger at 16:20. Jeff Carter at 17:50. And then Jason Zucker at 18:37. What in the world happened? Hold on. So that is 4 goals in 3 minutes and 9 seconds. What? Oh my. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. How in the world did they do that? John saying I put a lot of time in that spreadsheet. I did. Link should still be in the chat. So if you want to go ahead after the stream, you can refer back to the stream and then go towards the end. It should still be as a pinned message. If it's not, let me know in the comments and I will respond to that comment and leave a pinned comment on this stream. I'm probably going to make a dedicated video about it too later this week. As like a little short video, maybe a YouTube Shorts short, something like that. But man, in the last 5 minutes of the period, they scored 5 goals. What in the world is... Like, seriously though, John, you know more about hockey than me. Aren't like the Lightning supposed to be like the pinnacle of like accomplishment in the NHL? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they supposed to be like the pinnacle of like one of the best teams in the NHL, like in a dynasty right now? Like, please, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the case? Man. That is just brutal for the Lightning. How did they do that? How did they even pull that off? Oh, boy. But yeah, we got a close finish here, trying to figure out how the Lightning gave up 4 goals. Yeah, Lightning are very good. 3 consecutive Cup Finals appearances, 1-2, and lost the last one to Colorado. That's what I'm saying. They're supposed to be good, yet they gave up 4 goals in 3 minutes and 9 seconds to the Penguins. The Penguins are all right, but like they're not the greatest team on earth. I do know that. And they gave up 5 goals in 5 minutes. Like what? Like what is that team doing? How did you give up that many goals? Especially a 6-goal second quarter. How? Well, here we go. Ready to see what the Renegades can do with 3:10 left. They're going to have a chance to burn a lot of clock. And they're going to run it here with McDonald for a gain of a couple. So nice little gain of a couple there, and we'll see what they can do. So here we go. 2nd and 8 coming up. Can the Roughnecks pull this off and secure the victory? They're up by 1 score. So remember, it's only a 1-score game. So that's the big thing. It is still a 1-score game. So that's what you cannot forget in the XFL. 9 points is a 1 score. So you're not stuck in a position where you can just kneel it out and then punt it. Because it is still a 1-possession game. So you really got to drain the clock way down and get another touchdown. Let's see here. Blues, Penguins, Lightning are my top 3 NHL team. Live in St. Louis and Tampa a lot. I've been here since Thursday night, flying home. Morning short trip this time. All right. We're going to get a little run for a yard with Borgie to the 49. So you got to consider a passing game here. You're sitting now at a 3rd down and 7. So let's see. Can the Roughnecks get a... They bring in the passer here. I don't know why. I just find that kind of stupid. Okay, bring in the running back bring in the running quarterback. Okay, we're done running. Okay, bring in the passing quarterback. So here we go. 3rd down and 7. And Silver's in, looking to throw. Pressure coming, tosses over the middle. It's going to be caught. That's down to the 40 of the Renegades. Down to the 35. An incredible one. Incredible gain of 18 yards. And that is going to wind us all the way down to the 2-minute warning. And just like that, the Renegades still conserving their timeouts. Still trying to save them. So we'll see what they can do on the other side of that 2-minute warning. Because remember, you do have timeouts, essentially, after the 2-minute warning. So I'm not sure why they aren't considering using them beforehand, but... kind of. So basically, that's kind of the way the DC defenders are also set up. They have 2 quarterbacks that are kind of using interchangeably throughout the game. So that whenever they need a running spark, they bring in the runner. So like you have... Cole McDonald is the runner for the Roughnecks. When he comes in, you know they're probably running. They aren't likely passing with him. But when Silvers is in, it could be either a handoff run or you could be looking at a pass through the air. Meanwhile, with the DC defenders, Jordan Ta'amu is their main passer. He can run a little bit, but mostly their passer. If he's in, you know they're probably going to either pass or go for a handoff run. And then they have Derek King, who is basically their runner, who's their come in and make a spark. Which has been an incredible strategy for those teams. They've been able to take advantage of it big time. So, if it works, it works. Am I right? So, we'll see what they can do here. But we are winding down here in regulation. The Renegades down by 9. The Roughnecks have the ball at the Renegades 35. So they are in danger of making this a 2-score game. Going to the other side of the 2-minute warning. The Renegades will have 3 timeouts. The Roughnecks having 2. This game is definitely getting close down to the wire, but we'll have to see how this goes. So, man, this has been a really tight game here. We have 29 votes over in the poll over there in the chat. It looks like we have a 59-41 split in favor of the Roughnecks. Also, don't forget to check out our spreadsheet for statistics for the XFL over in the chat over there. Once again, because the XFL doesn't really have a centralized spot, so I decided to make my own. We log each stats after the game. I still have to do today's games, though. Both of the 2 today. So those will be done here in the next hour, and then we will try to get candidates for Offensive and Defensive Player of the Weeks out for polls. So make sure you go ahead and check out the Community tab as well, as I am doing that and adding that segment to the recap videos. John think interesting strategy, but kind of gives away the next play. Tom, a former Battlehawks quarterback in 2020. That is true. I mean, it does kind of give it away, but at the same time, whenever you don't know who they're going to hand it off to with the runner. So with the runner, they can either hand it off or they can keep it themselves. And they'll keep them in for a couple of plays. And it's not going to be, oh, the runner comes in and they're going to obviously run it with the runner. They'll hand it off with the runner, and then they'll get the runner in, then they'll hand it off. So that's the one thing you have to remember. So here we go. The Roughnecks trying to do what they got to do here. And let's see what they can do. The Roughnecks have just dominated the second half here in yards, plays, and time of possession. And they have the ball here down the stretch. Ball's at the 34 of the Renegades, and they're going to try to keep it with Cole McDonald down to the 30, down to the 26. Setting up a second down and short. Remember, the clock does stop on the other side of the 2-minute warning. And the Renegades did burn a timeout. Oh, that was their second timeout. My bad. I did miss one earlier, I guess. So the Renegades going to have one timeout left here with 1:53 remaining. And remember, the clock will stop here assuming they get a first down. So that's the one thing you have to remember with the XFL. So if they get a first down here, the Renegades are still going to have a timeout. So you almost want to get 1 yard and then get 1 yard again. So that you could basically run it out. So at this point, I mean, the Roughnecks have all but won this. They just got to play it right. They just have to play it right. So here we go. 2nd and 2 coming up. And that is McDonald in shotgun. He's going to hand off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 2, but he is going to be short. 3rd down and 1, and that is going to be a timeout? No, it is a first down. If I was Wade Phillips, I'd be considering challenging that. But they don't have a challenge. So we'll see here. So the Renegades, 35 seconds. You could burn off 35 seconds after the first down play. So 35, 70. Oh, you cannot kneel it out just yet. You need one more first down. Because Renegades have that one. No, the Renegades did use that timeout, didn't they? So you could burn 135 seconds. So yeah, you could burn out the clock. You can burn out the clock. If you get the first down in this league, do players still OOB or should slide like bounce in? What do you mean like bounce in the NFL? So you could go out of bounds or you can slide as well. Sliding would give yourself up. You would be down at the spot where you start the slide. So 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and 1. So the Renegades having to burn that last time out here. If they can get a first down, they can burn out the clock. Because they can burn 35 seconds after second, or they can burn 35 seconds before second down, 35 before third down, and 35 before fourth down. Which 35 times 3, that would be 135 seconds, which is greater than the amount of time left. So get the first down, they win. Don't get the first down, the Renegades will have a chance. Because the clock will stop after the first down, that is correct. So the clock will stop after the first down. So that first play after the first down doesn't really count towards burning clock. So here we go. Let's see what they can do now. Here we go. Trying to see what the Roughnecks can do here. Man. Here we go. Ready to see what they can do. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Roughnecks. If they convert, they win. If they don't convert, the Renegades will have a chance. But they will need 2 scores with 1:47. So they're going to load the box. They're going to QB sneak it. And they should have it. Oh, they have it. Most definitely. That is going to end this game here like this. And the Roughnecks are going to win it 23-14. So. Oh, the clock is still running? Yeah, it's victory formation here. So, we're talking about the Houston helmets. Yeah, the Houston helmets are nice. Yep, they're going to walk back a little, burn the clock. Yep. There we go. Huh! Talk about holding a grudge. Hey, man, how you doing, man? Hopefully we can bring this water under the bridge. No, man, you screwed me over last year. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. But yeah, that is going to wind out this clock here, and that is going to be the end of this game. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and smash subscribe, as it helps us out a whole lot. And I guess with that, we're probably going to call it here, as it is game. So we will see you guys later.